Okay.
Hi, hi. Hi, guys. We're on. It's me and it's Phil and it's a bunch of cards. So let's see what's cracking tonight. If you've got some questions, let me know. The first few reads of the show, I'll throw like 3 cards. I call it a micro read. I get nosy and you can get a free reading that way for just a little bit. And then we get to the paid list and we get rocking and rolling. So, Phil, let me know who's here.
Phil will or Phil does or what?
Phil, you over there, you know, behind that iPad that I can't even see your head. Oh, yeah, hi. Can you let me know who the fuck's in the room? Just asking.
Tess is here.
Hi, Tess.
Alicia's here.
Hi, Alysia. Hi.
Yes, Rebecca. Looks like Rebecca's here.
Hey, Rebecca. Hey. Yeah, we're on in the evening just for fun. Hi, Shauna.
Yes, there's a few of us here. Yes.
There's a few of us.
Sandra's here. Good deal.
Hey, Sandra. Hey.
Sarah is here.
Excellent. Most excellent. Good.
Jennifer is here.
Good, good, good. Yeah.
All right. Yes, the unnormal Saturday evening
Saturday
show.
Irregular.
And Angie got her hair cut.
I did. Look.
She's wearing her. Yes, there you go. She got it cut today.
And I'm wearing my contacts today.
Thinned out, I guess, and layered or whatever the heck she did.
Oh my gosh, it was getting too swamp witch for belief. It was crazy. So yeah, we had to get some of the heat off of my neck and some of the crazy snarls out of it. It feels like it's way.
And no glasses. She's got her contacts.
No glasses. Got my contacts in today. Making friends with them. It is a little bit tricky, but I'm figuring it out. So okay.
Kim put, ooh, layer's pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Alicia put, looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It will probably not look this amazing again until I go back and have somebody else curl it for me. But hey, it should be at least manageable, I hope.
Okay. Wow. All right. All right. Okay. Well, who'd like a free read? We can do 3, 4 maybe.
You
I don't know.
sound so excited about that.
Like
Who'd like
me.
a free read?
I say we like I do.
Who gives a fuck about these reads, Andrew?
We got it. Come on. It's done. Okay.
All right.
If you got a question.
If you got a question, tell Phil, because I can't see my phone.
Alicia put, crazy how we do the exact same thing, but it never looks the same.
Yeah, yeah. It never does. The salon people can see the back of our head, and they do it so great. It's like, ah, awesome.
That was a deep sigh, Phil. Put.
Yeah. It's just how it goes. I've got the Charlie Brown Peanuts with a T.
The Peanuts and...
deck. Snoopy deck in my hand. So if you've got a question, we'll
Twinkle. What
okay,
do I
Twinkle.
need to know right now?
What does Twinkle need to know right now? That was a great one. You're making more progress than you think is what I'm getting coming through. There is momentum picking up for you. Big momentum picking up for you. There's Empress receptivity coming in. Don't reject the offer that's coming close to you. And this transformation could literally bonk you on the head and you not see it with these 2 coming up. Be receptive when people bring things to you, whether they're new ideas or stretch out of your comfort zone or anything like that. Be receptive. Open up receptive-wise. There is a fertility zone coming in. This is not necessarily just people getting knocked up and pregnant, but new ideas, new projects, new things at play. The game is afoot for you. Something has ended and transformed. The Empress is here. You just got to start pivoting towards what this is that's being offered. Anything else? Yeah, bonk. Time to wake up. Pay attention because something new is getting exciting for you, and you're supposed to feel some excitement about it. And you're like, yeah, I think I'll tap. No, don't do that. Get excited about it. That's what I got.
Okay, Ange.
I know. Came with rude gestures and not the ones you'd expect.
All right, Tuka said, thank you so much. I needed this.
Yeah, you're welcome, honey. You are welcome.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Jennifer.
All right.
Do I have love coming in soon?
Jennifer, do you have love coming in soon?
Alicia, we'll go with you next.
This is a witch tarot, and I forget what the exact name of it is, but I'm going to see. Do you have love coming in soon? That'd be a yes, you do. You're actually, looks like you're playing the field more than you actually have a solid relationship. It doesn't feel like your choices are not, you're not shy for choices. You're procrastinating. You have love coming in soon. You should be playing the field. You're not shy at all for choices. There's something that's big attraction coming in. New star coming in with the Ace of Wands. This is all the choices under the sun. And then this is the 10 of Discs. Something you've applied yourself to over and over and over. There's going to be breakthrough. So you should feel like you have lots of choices about love coming in soon.
Wow.
Yeah. Play the field. Enjoy the dating scene is what this feels like to me. That's what I got.
All right.
Yeah. Love it.
Okay, we have Alicia. Then we have Sandra. Okay, once you do your commercial, real
Okay, I'll
quick,
do my
good
commercial.
time to do the commercial.
Okay, and I didn't change the paper out to the old way, so we'll just try and work with it. Because I think I liked how it was set up before.
And Jennifer said, awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have the Bones, the Crystal Ball, and the Past Life read. Those are my specialty reads. Those are $50 if you want to see me do that. Tarot sometimes shifts over into an oracle mode. Really, really fun. I love to do those. But those are the bing, 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 a little pricey. If you want to do down the list, if you want a $40 read, you get 15 to 20 cards, or you can request one of my guides to be in on that read. And I have my 4 guides that are always working with me all the time, but when we do tarot, if you want them and they have something to chime in, or if you want to specifically request, you can. Or you can just get the regular 15 to 20 card read for $40. For $30 is a mini read. It's 7 to 10 cards. So you guys know I get nosy. So these are approximates, but if you get 1 or 2 or 3 more, you're not going to feel bad. This is how I just get nosy. Unless I get the, whoa, stop, you're going to overwhelm someone, which I on occasion do. But yeah, that's that one. If you want to get the year ahead, it's $30. And that's where you get 12 cards, 1 for each month. You get 2 in the middle, like what's your main lesson or what's really going on with you all year long. And then some clarifiers on that. Or you can get the Blind Oracle. No, you don't get to ask a question on the Blind Oracle. It's blind, goddammit, you don't get to ask. What comes through, comes through. So I go into the Oracle cards and you just get the read you need. And a little bit of a bossiness, sometimes homework, sometimes who knows. Sometimes past life influences come in. Sometimes a guide will come in on that. Who knows? Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Information's in my bio, and the E comes before the I, and I always say E-I-E-I-O, so I don't type it wrong myself. Double check your spelling, because I don't want you paying somebody else and then waiting on me to do the read, because I won't know. So, okay.
Wow.
Commercial over. Bam. Done.
Bam, done, Ange. Okay.
I hate doing commercials, but you got to know. This is how it goes.
Carrie is here.
Hey, Carrie. Hey. Glad to see you. Glad you're here.
All right. Emily's also here.
Hi, Emily.
All right. Okay. Weisner. I hope we got that right. I will get to you also. Right now, we do have Alysia. Alysia would like to know, what do I need to know about Aaron? Is he only looking for fun?
Okay. And are we looking at a long read or
this
a short?
This is a
mini?
Mini.
Micro mini?
Micro. All right.
Okay. Is Aaron only looking for fun? We're going to go to the Dark Mansion for that. Take that off my cards, please. Hey. It just crowds me. Is he only looking for fun? Now, if he's only looking for fun, sometimes what we might see coming in on the cards with this would be like the Knight of Wands, the slam bam, thank you ma'am, and now done, boom. Or we sometimes see the Knight of Cups, which would be the player, lady slayer, a little bit of promises, but doesn't really execute well. Is he only looking for fun? This one that you're dealing with. No, he might be looking for something more. He wants to have something that is strong moving forward. He is a little bit reckless in his nature. But he wants hopes, dreams, and he finds you sexy as hell. And what's underneath the Queen of Wands? Something karmic is underneath, and something that is a lesson here. There is a lesson in this. It doesn't mean that he's not looking for fun also, but he's not just wham bam, thank you man, in the sheets and roll. No. This guy's got something more going on. Honor his brain, honor his intelligence, honor your own for that matter. But yeah, there's something big here. There's some karmic stuff here going on. There's looking for healing. It's not looking for work. Sometimes we go into relationships when we expect blah, 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 have our whole checkoff list. And the fun, the actual joy of being in each other's company, besides just the heat and the shades, is kind of soon done away with. So let's not be too overly serious on this. Let's mellow a little bit. Bring some fun and happiness to it. But yeah, I think he's looking for something a little more solid. And he finds you sexy as hell. I think you're the one that needs to be on the lookout and don't use your superpower for evil. It's up to you, the pacing on this. And if you can't keep up, there will be somebody who can.
Said, wow, thanks. Yeah, I'm not looking for a project. LOL.
Yeah, you be your project. They can be their project. You don't have to get a fixer-upper unless it's a damn house. So, yeah.
All right, Weisner, sorry. I hope I said that right. Like I said, what is next for me in love? And that's our last micro.
This is our last micro for Weisner. This is Pope Girls Tarot.
We have Sandra and then April. On our paid list, it is open.
For Weisner, what is next for you in love? The next lesson for you in love? Is that how it was said?
What is next for me in love?
It's the next lesson. That's how it's spelled. Give me just a second. Just a second, Weisner. What's the next lesson for you in love? How to move on. How to move on is what it is. When somebody just feels meh about you, then don't give them chance after chance after chance and take it as betrayal or heartbreak after heartbreak. If they're not that into you, they're not that into you. Move on. I'm not everybody's cup of tea either. The next lesson is learning how to do this, how to move on and move forward rather than diving into something too fast, and how to see it from a different perspective. So it's what you're bringing to the experience that's really important, and how you light things up. This new perspective for you, it's not about how they're feeling about you. How do you feel when you're in their presence? This is the next lesson. If you're just feeling meh, then you don't even have to stay for the whole damn date. Just let them pick up the check and you walk out the gate. I mean, seriously. This person that is going to make you feel like you're an option, or maybe they're just a little interested, or blah, blah. You better move on from that lesson, because otherwise it's going to repeat and it's fucking painful. Don't settle. Go for what aligns with you in a really positive way. Not somebody that's kind of close. And if they're not that interested, believe their actions. Believe what they show you. If a man's interested in something, if a person's interested in something, you go for it. If their eyes are lighting up and their pupils are dilating whenever you're in the room, they're like, woo, so glad to be with you. You know that. You've just been more interested in getting the wrong one than getting the right energy that you bring forward. And it's, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs and sometimes a couple toads too. That's what I'm getting.
Whoa.
So yeah, next in love is the whole new perspective you'll have going into it. So, and is anyone on the horizon particularly right now? No, it doesn't feel like there's one specific person. It still feels like a learning lesson for you. So that's okay.
Okay,
No,
Edge.
it's not the easiest game. The game of love is very tricky.
Doke.
Okay.
I said thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Sandra's up next. You
Okay.
pick.
We're doing the book, Sandra.
The book.
Yes, we are. Yes, we're doing Cosmic Tarot in the book for Sandra. Woohoo. Okay, this is how we're doing it.
April, you're on deck.
Right out. Okay.
Then Tayler.
Sandra. We're going to do 9 here, 9 here, a few up top, and then a binder down the middle, see what's going on. We're looking for the current energy the next month or two ahead here. We're going to see what's going on. This is the pages of summer for you. It's like you are getting some kind of relief. It feels like everywhere around you is hot, but you are getting some kind of relief. So something that's been a little bit overwhelming or a little bit exhausting is about to break a little bit and give you some reprieve. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's the feeling coming off. That's really good. Same deck, third deck. We're going to go for the binder and the 3 on each side here. See what's going on. Tower's up and I'm loving it. You guys know I love that card. And the star over here. Power up, top over here. Whatever it is, it's a curveball, the plot twist, the oh shit. Don't freak out on it. Kick the rubble out of the way. Something that's been overwhelming is finishing out. The project is done. Lay it down, lay it down. You're learning how to make magic and modify. This is what you're doing in this now month, in this current energy time. 6 of Cups. Making choices, not just out of nostalgia, but what is best for you. It's like the parents are sitting here with the child. And it's like, you know, sometimes you got to choose the thing that is good for your body to eat. Choose the thing instead of just like, you know, the Pig's Delight ice cream with 15 billion flavors. No, you need to have something a little bit different going on. This is like a matter of eating your vegetables is the metaphor. And it's like you've been doing plenty of this. So this is what's coming up. The star over here and the star over here. I love seeing this repeat. The hopes and dreams and the true north. There's a slight delay on it. It's because it's over here. There's a slight delay on this, and this is where you're getting more and more in alignment for yourself. The Page of Pentacles, ready to travel, ready to go, ready to try something new. Yes, you should. Yes. Yes, you should. Whatever this travel invite is that will be coming for you, and it feels like it's coming within a matter of 3 weeks, and I don't know what I'm getting this for, but within 3 weeks there is an invite to go do something. This is where you need to go. Queen of Cups reflects on the past, and you might hem and haw about it and try and talk yourself out of it a little bit. No, go, 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 go. It's time to do it. What else? The star is shooting down right here to the Knight of Pentacles. You are more than prepared. You got game, girl. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. You got game to do this. You got the 5 of Pentacles feeling, poor little me. Can I pull this off? Can I take the break from work? Can I put all this aside? Can I do this for myself? Can I take time to be selfish? Yeah, you should. You should take a little bit of time to be selfish, to do something you really want to do. You can balance it out plenty, but sometimes you balance it a little heavily in favor of doing for everyone else rather than doing for self. Who's going to do for you if it's not you doing for you? This is not just a thing that you should do or an obligation to do, or you can do it later. It's not going to matter. It fucking matters, and it makes you able to offer more to everyone else around you when you take care of yourself well. Yes, you should. Knight of Swords wants to travel fast. This is something that is feeling like adventure, and there's momentum picking up. This is something you need to be doing, need to be doing, need to be doing. Make your plan. King of Swords says, make your plan. Be strategic in how you plan whatever this is. When this offer comes up, think about it. Map it out. Take a look. Be strategic about it, but don't talk yourself out of it because of pragmatics. And don't be a cheapo. Don't be a cheapskate and go to like the diviest inn in town and have the worst experience. No. I'm telling you to splurge a little on yourself for whatever this is. Now, that doesn't mean go in debt over it, but it means splurge a little bit more. Don't go erring on the cheap side. I don't know what that's about, but sometimes you are a little too... You're a little too frugal with the things that you want for yourself, and that's coming through strongly on this side. It's coming through strongly through the whole thing. It's not the time for that. The binder, what's carrying it forward, what's the energy in between these two pages? The Two of Cups, love seeing that. Perfect partnering, perfect timing, perfect matching up, perfect business opportunities, actually. This is perfect friendships, soulmates, soul sisters, that kind of thing. That comes in through here. This doesn't feel particularly romantic, but look how it's set up. This is like sister from the other mister type of energy. This is really, really good. Ten of Pentacles is showing us a breakthrough. I don't know what you're doing at that particular time. This is coming through, and how would I not get 4th of July out of that card? Will you show her that? I mean, how in the fuck are you not making 4th of July plans that are a little bit different? This is something that you should be planning, something to do a little bit more interesting for that rough time frame for you. Now, we've got the High Priestess. This is where the mystery unfolds. A lot of secrets unfold. You're going to get a perspective check in here, and I'm not sure why. You know, when you stand in front of the ocean and you understand how vast the universe is. You see their northern lights. You understand how vast the universe is. Sometimes you just see a bunch of fireworks like on the 4th of July, and it's like, life is good. It feels like that. Two of Wands, this is moving forward, making a choice, taking a little action, little action, little action. 7 of Wands, asking you to hold your boundaries. Now, this is asking you to stand firm for what is important to you. You already know your priorities quite well. This is giving you a rip down what doesn't work, throw out what doesn't work. It's like knock down a wall or something. If the way you had been doing things was a house, it'd be time to knock out a wall and remodel a little bit. And that's what it feels like you're doing. Remodeling your date book, remodeling how you spend your time, how you spend your energetic currency and your hours. It's important for you. Over here. This getting outside, and something about this 4th of July time window, and this makes me think of it because of the fireworks. It may be a little bit of window of time around that. I'm getting 3 weeks-ish, so I would say you're talking like the 3rd to the 11th of July is what I'm talking here. This is important. There's a window. This is a shooting star in here. It's showing a window of time. This is where you're setting new rules, laws, points of reference. This is you taking more authority about what it is you want to do in this next month or so coming up. So if this is the rest of June and we're going into July and August, this is what's going on. You're setting it up. Look at, look. You are being a strategic motherfucker. Look at how you plan this out. This is brilliant for you. I love this for you. Okay, what else is going on here? The Hermit is here. Now, you've had a little bit of dark night of the soul. You've had a little bit of inner work done because of the Tower. And inner work done if you look back for the last 3 years. Look back for the last 3 years. About this time, about June, 3 years ago. What is different? How far have you come? Do you even realize how far you've come? I don't think you realize, and it feels like very much. You've come a long way, baby. Yeah, very much. Here you have the Two of Pentacles. You're still balancing things out and learning to balance. The card of Temperance over here. The card of being practical and doing it into 3D here. It doesn't mean be a tightwad. This can sometimes be like a rob Peter to pay Paul and figure out how to juggle the money. And is it gas or is it groceries? What do I need to do? It's learning how to juggle it in a way and still live a life. This is what's going on for you right now. Here we have the Three of Cups. There needs to be celebration and adventure. You need to go out and do something. Like if somebody's getting married and says, hey, let's do the bridesmaids experience, the bridesmaids party in Vegas, you should be, yeah, I'm down for that. This is important. 10 of Swords, asking you to move on from the time of being alone and learn the lesson of the difference between feeling lonely and being alone and enjoying your solitude. You know the difference, but every once in a while you shift into this gear and let a bit of negative or overwhelm overtake your mindset. When you feel that happening, you know the difference. You know the fucking difference. Better to be on your own and enjoy the solitude than feel lonely in a shit relationship. You know the difference. You've experienced the difference. 10 of Swords. This is a little bit of this epiphany that you get here. The rude awakening here. This is an aha moment that you should have learned a long time ago, and it's not even a bad lesson. It's just like it finally clicks. This will feel like it's going to be like the 4 o'clock wake-up call. If you're waking up at 4 o'clock, write down whatever it is that's on your mind. It doesn't matter if it's like, my hair's making me crazy, I need a haircut. If it's 4 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I really hate what's going on in my living room. I need to redo the decorations there. Whatever it is. The epiphanies won't make sense, but then they will, and it'll be like, finally, aha. This is the 4 o'clock wake-up call. So if you're getting up to pee in the night and your idea is like a little bit half brilliant, write it down. I'd keep a pen and paper by your bed. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be allowed to flow through instead of backing up your brain. Like clogging up your brain. 8 of Swords, it's clogging up your brain. Let that happen. Let that happen in a different way for you. Then we have the 3 of Swords. This is brilliant. This is heartache. This is sorrow. This is loss. Great. Who needs this? Who wants another fucking heartache? This is how we heal the heart, by acknowledge the wounding that was done. Where is the wound actually based? Where is it coming from? It may not be exactly where you think. Sometimes we get wounds that are in our love life and we think, oh, this is my ex's fault, or this is the old relationship, or that guy was sure a schmuck. But there's other ways that the dynamic was set and other things that preceded that. Be they from childhood or even prior experiences in that, or sometimes our role in the family. And we can look at that and be like, okay, how did that play into this relationship? What do I want to do different? It feels like it's time to heal from this. It feels like this, when you look at it, it's like part of this epiphany on the other side. You'll see why you think in limited terms. It's not as small. The world is not nearly as small as sometimes it felt. 8 of Wands. Again, the adventure is here for you. Big time, big time. There is reward if you have the balls to go on the adventure a little bit more. Expand what it is as far as the traveling, literally. And expand what it is as far as your comfort zone is. I don't know if spiritually it's the right word. But emotionally, the landscape is getting bigger and bigger, and you are growing into it. You're getting a sense where more allowance. Your drawer full of fucks is a little less full. You don't have to be so uptight about this or uptight about that, or people pissing you off. You're less easily triggered. It's like, yeah, okay, you got your own shit to handle. You got your own stuff that you want to do, and your emotional landscape is a little bit more full of happiness when you allow that to happen. This is what's going on for you. Much activity going on here. This is as we're going into August. I don't know why that is. What else when you look at for here? Ten of Cups. Because you need to be celebrating. There's emotional abundance and joy and happy ever after +1 coming in. There's big reward here. There's a financial reward, so don't get your pennies in a bunch about the budget. It doesn't mean you have to blow it out of the water, but right here you're building 2 of Pentacles. Here you're getting the big reward coming in. So this is good. And then the 8 of Pentacles. The work that you're the master of, the work that's second nature, that becomes easy. Yeah, you got the muscles. You've got it. You've built the strength. This is great for you. Anything else she needs to know? The awe that you see in the sky when it's the fireworks coming in, and you know, sometimes they're just annoying and they annoy our pets and whatnot. But the awe that is actually there, the vastness of the ocean, the vastness of what it is in nature that we see, and we get a sense of perspective, allows the High Priestess to make an entrance again in a new way. What is it about that? It's something about the healing, something about the star card, something about being in alignment, something how the High Priestess wants to come in, and something that you've neglected for too long. It'll show up in a very physical way. In this one, the plants are here. You know when you overwater the plants or you forget about the plants, and then you come back and you're like, you've neglected things, it will be that much of a clue. It'll be that much of a clue. Like, it used to be that when my life was going too fast and too crazy, my library finds would go bonkers. So this is something that's a physical thing that shows up in your world when you're going too fast. Because this is going fast, just be aware. Are your plants getting fed enough? You know, are things going along how they should? Is your library card crazy right now? Too much bubbling up is not going to serve you, but you're going to have plenty of reason to celebrate. August is feeling really, really good. It feels like the difference in time between the 3rd of July to the 10th sets the tone for not just July, but it's also going to set it through August and as you go forward into that month. It's going to be even extenuating beyond that, but that's what I'm getting. This is a little bit of a slog, but not so bad. That's what I've got for you. That's complete. Yeah, it's picking up, and it's coming in a good way. It doesn't mean it's a piece of cake, but it doesn't mean it's hell either. You got it. Yeah, that's complete. Haven't broke those out in a while. Those are fun. Fun cards. Love it for you. So, yeah.
All right.
And that's the book.
The book.
I call it the book.
And that is one of these specialty reads?
No, it's a specialty spread. I haven't put it as a specialty read. Maybe I should do that. But my specialty reads are often the past lives of crystal balls or whatever. A full reading I sometimes do the book on, but not very often these days. But it is, yeah, that's like, I don't know how many cards that is. 9 is 18, and 5 is, I don't know, 23, and 3 is 26, and 3 is 29, and then one clarifier here. 30-something cards, I don't care. You know, this don't make me math. Don't make me math. Yeah, that's what we got.
All right, Sandra, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And
You're
Suzanne
welcome.
is here, and she said that was amazing.
Hey, Suzanne. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, maybe we should put that on the specialty reads list because it's always so revealing and interesting. And usually it's just past and future. Usually we're not getting that specific, but for yours it was like instant boom, this is what we're doing. That's how we're going in. That's how we're going in. So, and the star card coming up twice, and the high priestess, it's like your intuition is going to be like boom, boom, boom. So I'm liking that for you.
Okay, Angela.
Yeah.
All right, next up is April.
Okay.
She's a full read with guide to help, she put.
Okay.
And her question is, I don't know what direction I need to go. Tayler, you're on deck.
We're going into the textured tarot, and we're going to do yours as if it's just one calendar. So we're doing 3 weeks, the next 3 weeks on the calendar. And the textured tarot is very much a textured kind of deck. And we'll see which of my guides wants to come in, because I don't know which of my guides will be coming into this. But they'll make themselves known. We've got the 9 of Pentacles up top. This is where you're sitting pretty and your situation is actually not as precarious as you think. Sometimes you have to enjoy the luxury in the garden. Enjoy the time there. We show this. This is where the woman sends out the falcon or the hawk or the owl, if you have the Owl's Tarot, to get a sense of what's going on, to get the bird's eye view. But you don't have to check it all the time. It's like the pot of water never boils, a watch pot never boils, that kind of thing. And you're watching the pot all the time. It doesn't serve you to do so. We're getting 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. I thought we'd only get 3. We're getting 4. Mo's in the house. That's unusual. Now, Mo is my guide. She's very, very earthy, very matter of fact. She's the one that puts Post-its on things. She's like, it wouldn't hurt you to use the Post-its a little more. She's like tossing. It wouldn't hurt you to use the Post-its a little bit more. Whatever it is, the Post-it notes, you're trying to do a lot of things and you're forgetting things. It's because you're a little bit overloaded. So some people make lists. Some people put Post-it notes. Yeah, she would like to give you like a pile of Post-it notes that you could put around the house, and like that would help you keep things a little bit more better organized, just because you're going to have a lot coming at you. The Page of Cups is going to surprise you creatively coming up. Why did I put 3 of these and I wanted 4? Because this is the whole month. This is less is more, Mo says. Less is more. Okay, fine. Creative surprises are coming in. We've got the Page of Cups, the Emperor, the 6 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and over here we have the Lovers. Okay. You don't do your way into love. That's Post-it number 1. So you don't do your way into love. When we overdo, when we do, the acts of service are part of a love language, Mo. You don't do your way into love. They feel how they feel. You don't do your way into love. You love what you love. It's like, not everybody likes peas and carrots. Not everybody likes this. So you don't do your way into love. You can't serve, 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 do enough action, 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 do enough acts of service to earn it. That's not how it's going to work. That's the first Post-it she's giving. It's the first one she's laying down. You're leaving something that is a harsh lesson that you've learned in the past, leaving the rough waters lesson. And this is part of your baggage that you carry. She wants you to have the perspective that's the higher perspective. You don't do your way into love. Sometimes people are just, if they don't like peas and carrots, they don't like peas and carrots. The Moon is coming next, the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Coins, the Chariot, the 6 of Pentacles. Here we go. I'm getting bing, 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 tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row, right through here, right through here, right through here. The Meh energy is the wrong energy to have. The Chariot and the momentum, when you're moving forward on your own, you're sitting pretty, you're feeling confident. That's what takes you into more of this Lovers thing where you are making better choices instead of doing, or settling for somebody that's bored or has a lot of apathy. Ding, ding, ding. This is like, I'm getting slot machines in Vegas. Why is this Vegas imagery coming in so much? This is ding, 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 ding. This is where this, okay. Give me more. What's going on? This is somebody trying to ride really hard, really fast, fast, fast. Just because the moon's not going to come up any faster. Driving your car faster all night long doesn't mean the moon comes up any faster. Driving faster, doing more doesn't serve. Going into the fear is what you need to do with the sword of truth, yes, but you don't need to push so hard. Allow the divine to orchestrate a little bit. There's a sense of juggling, sense of lack, sense of not enoughness. That's a flat fucking lie. I'm getting flat lie. Both of these, she would put a red circle around each of these cordons and put the do not enter type of thing. Flat lie is what I'm getting. So this sense of not having enough, or this sense of lack, this sense you have to juggle, this sense you have to balance, this sense you have to do, for you need to step off the gas, babe. The Chariot. Focus a bit before you go driving. Focus a bit, and then the momentum comes. The universe wants to give to you. The universe wants to balance the scale. Six of Pentacles is right here. This is where the universe wants to give to you. You are more than ready to receive, but you don't have to hold your hand out like the beggar. You're giving your own things. When you come from a place of abundance, you give more, you draw more like that to you. This is not a news flash for anyone. But you're not the poor little match girl. You're not in lack, and you don't have to juggle, and wonder when it'll happen, No, you need to choose to be into your own sense of joy, sitting pretty exactly where you're at, driving for your own adventure, doing your own thing, honoring yourself more and more and more and more. Okay. Sometimes you get in such a tangle, you need to break out the scissors, and you're going to need a couple of the truths to come down. The sword of truth brings clarity through, and this is a couple of truths that come down for you. About the doing, that's the one thing. About the not enough lie, that's the big fucking lie. You don't have to do more to earn more, and especially when it comes to love, you are lovable because you are. This is huge for you. This is something that you get more and more clarity about, and honoring your truth, honoring your own sense of integrity. This tangled up nonsense that you've been in before from trying to rush things. It's like you need 2 or 3 of these swords to be removed, taken away, and truths to replace them and allow for healing. If you try and overthink this, don't overthink this, bitch. That's what I'm getting. Don't overthink this, bitch. Not referencing you as the bitch, but the situation, whatever it is, don't overthink it. Here's the situation. It feels like you can't do what you want. The limitations are there. Overthinking it doesn't change it. You need some sisters to cut free of something. You're going to need to cut ties with someone. Yeah, don't overthink this, bitch. That's the third post that Mo's got. I'm asking Mo, and I'm like, this seems a little harsh. And she's like, nah, she's got it. She knows who. So this is telling me you know exactly who this is. That is situationally always having a tangle, and you somehow get wrapped up in this tangle and not serving you well. Don't ever think this. Go for a different choice. The 4 of Pentacles. This is honoring self. Well, okay. Yeah, she's good with that. I think it's called Ferdinand the Bull. That is this, like, this makes me instantly think of this, and it's a children's book. I don't even know that I've read it all that often. But something about Ferdinand the Bull, and she's like, okay, yeah, that's an okay reference. I don't know what that's about. You might need to revisit that picture book. It's like a first grader book. It's been a long time since I was in first grade, and that story's been around forever. And yeah, this is an okay reference. Ferdinand the Bull. I don't know what this is. So you will know better than I. You guys in the group might know what this is, but yeah, this is about really understanding this. And it's about a little bit of having some courage as well.
Okay, but yes, Ferdinand. And
yeah.
April put, I do overthink. It makes perfect sense.
Glad. glad. Page of Pentacles. Study a new book. Okay, gauntlets thrown down for you. Okay. So there was a time when I was looking at children's picture books a lot, and they teach us so simply. This is like, this is the homework. This is the new books. It's like you should be going to the library, going to the children's section, and you should pick up probably 20 books that are just children's book stories that you like. Read them simply, enjoy them. Look at the pages, They want to teach you in a simple way. This is why we're getting Ferdinand the Bull. We're getting the Page of Pentacles, because you tend to overthink. Keep it simple. It's going to sink in a lot better for that. This is what's going on. Okay, if we want to go to the text or anything else. Anything else regarding love? She wants to know about them, Mo. The universe is trying to give you, the 6 of Wands is giving you victory. Here we see the Temperance, and this is finding your formula. Yeah, the shaky thing that you told me out. Okay. This is the thing, like, I say it's the temperance card isn't vinegar and oil, shaky, shaky, and you've got salad dressing. No. It's finding the magic, changing the flow, changing it out differently. When things go shit sideways, you need to learn to flow sideways. That's what it is. So if things feel like they're going off the rails, or you need to cut things away from you, some things with no contact, when things go a little shit sideways, you need to figure out what that flow is and learn how you can flow with that doing sideways. This flow is not like up and down gravitational flow. Will you show her this? It's pouring from one cup to another, but it's not like pouring and gravity is having this. It's defying gravity. There's a certain magnetism, a certain flow. There's your own way of flowing sideways that does the job. It is. Yeah. Wow. She's also giving me a post-it note, do the hustle. That's an old, like my age is really showing big time, even grayer than my hair. Do the hustle. It's an old song and people had a specific dance that go side this way, do the hustle. Yeah, put on whatever is the old music, the old records. And this do the hustle is not how you're hustling others. It's how you dance and how you move side to side and enjoying it more, having fun doing it. Whether you're like doing whatever kind of disco, I don't care. This is what's going on. This is what's going to help you flow a little easier. That's what's coming through here. Anything else? Post-its. Get yourself some Post-its. She's really insistent on that. She's always had Post-its. Mo's the one that I got this card after Mo came on the scene for me, and then I got this. Show them this. I had ordered some cards. This came in the mail. Now, I don't know a Mo, but Mo is Maureen Movine is what I called her when I knew her back in a different time. And this is like in a previous life I'm talking. This is one of my guides. Her name is Movine to me. That's what I called her, Movine. She was older than me, I'm sure of it. And that was signed Mo. I don't know anybody with the name of Mo, but this came with my cards. The universe is trying to teach you in simple Post-it note ways.
I know what you mean about the hustle. I used to dance to that. I'm using Post-it now.
Yeah, and it wouldn't probably hurt you to color code, but if that's going to make you overcomplicate your brain, then Mo says, keep it simple. Keep it simple. 2 colors, not 4 colors of Post-it notes, 2. That's what I've got. She knows exactly how this feels, and the texture tarot is here so you can understand and feel. And somewhere around the house, rather than have the sign that is the red sign that says not enough with a line through it, just have I'm worth it. Somewhere around the house on Post-it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it. Not you're worth it in a second or third person, whatever it is. I'm worth it. So when you see it, you read it and you read, I'm worth it, I'm worth it. Yeah, that's complete.
Woo.
Holy cow. Makes me almost want a second one of these decks. Oh, good Lord. Like, I need one of those, but yeah. Mo likes this deck. I had no idea. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's what we got.
April put, thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Yeah, and I'm glad you know what the hustle is, because, like, that's an old reference, but it's super fun. And it was super fun years and years ago, like when Angie was in 5th and 6th grade. Super fun.
Yes, and Alysia put one of the very first line dances.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's Van McCoy. That is, I remember junior high dances in that play.
Yeah, you were 5 years ahead of me in life. For me, that was 5th and 6th grade, and this will flash you back, if certain of us know. Stripy pajamas with, like, trapdoors and the little footy feet? Yes. And Angie doing the hustle across her bedroom floor. You betcha. But the candy cane striped pajamas, you gotta have those. I do the hustle in that, yeah. I know. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But okay, there you go.
All right.
Huh, it's a little warm in here.
You okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, next up is Tayler for a year ahead read.
Tayler for the year ahead.
Suzanne, you're on deck.
Dream of Color is the name of this tarot deck we're going into. There's something about needing to let something go. I think you're about to that stage where you can, but you feel like you've been doing it at a snail's pace, and there's been a little bit of trailing, a little bit of residual glue that's wanting to hold you back, and it's like you got to crack something.
Okay, she did put year ahead read for Tayler and Michael's relationship.
Okay.
Got it, Taylor. Thanks. Sorry.
I've got it. This isn't usually how I do the year ahead read, and I usually do relationship differently. I want to get some more cards. Just with that being said, we're gonna need some more cards. I want a certain marketing. Hang on. Okay, so this is Cyril Marchetti's Grand Lux Tarot, and I really, really like it. So I've got this year ahead for you, and these are your cards going in. His cards will go in a little bit through here and there, but you and how you feel is going to be the primary. We'll go in a little bit with these to see what's going on. I want the smaller size ones. Because usually I would do it, I would usually not do it this way. It's not that it can't be done. It's just not how I've done it. So we're going to find out what's going on here. Okay, you've got the clarity, the Ace of Swords, the knowing, the sense of understanding, and the awareness. And you also got the card that I say, go be the Batman, be the main character in your own life. So it's not set up that he's the Batman and you're Robin. Quite the opposite. You're the Batman. He doesn't know what's going on. He might not even be Robin yet. But you need to be the Batman. You're the one that has the gift in your hand. You're the one that's doing the seeking, the asking, and the one that's doing the knowing. He's the one that's feeling like something's looming over him, hanging over him. There's something that he hasn't quite moved on from, and it needs to be shaken, and it needs to be moved on. And he's going to not be moved by being the Batman and knowing what he needs to know. He's going to want to go where there is excitement, and he's going to want exciting messaging coming through. This is the challenge. He's so got this pessimism type of energy hanging over him that it's hard to be optimistic with the new message. So his challenge is like this. This is kind of what he's trying to do. He might see the glass as half empty a little more often than usual this particular time, this particular segment of time. Okay, let's keep going with these. So since we have page and page, we're going to put these like this. That's how we're going to set these up. You, him, challenge. But definitely we've got you need to be the Batman, and this one's just going to be slow on getting the message on things. All right, we're going to start in June. I want, which one do I want? What were these? These are reds, these are yellows. Okay, great. June. I'm going June 14th. I don't know why I'm starting June 14th, so give your brain a little week or so to digest this. I don't know what that's about or why that is, but that is what I'm getting, so that's what you're getting. So this starts as of June 14th. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. December needs a hit by him. What do we got? Wow! Ha! Ha! He finally gets a fucking clue about something in December. I love seeing that. Okay. January, February, March, April, May. Okay. Where else is he crossing with you? Where else are significant months? You're ahead of him again right here. Wheel of Fortune here, Wheel of Fortune here. You're going to be getting the clue before him always. Always. Like, not just in this year, but you're basically going to have a clue before him all the time. Don't know what that's about. Why do we got doubles here? I don't know, but let's take a little bit of a clarifier here for him. And right across here to March. Yes, of course. Of course! Okay, of course. I love this. I love this. Okay, you're going to see why I'm so excited. All right, here we have the Five of Pentacles in June. You're like feeling, poor little match girl, nothing's going right, nothing's going right. This is you and your person, you and other. This is what's going on. You're feeling not connected on the outside, in the cold, that kind of energy. You're feeling this card of lack of poverty, all that. And particularly here, he might be feeling it even stronger. Not sure what this is about, but this is the general energy till about June 14th. Let's get a clarifier on this. I need this one. This is to do with you. You will never be poor little match girl. Queen of Cups reflects back on the loss but doesn't wallow in it. You can see your dream. You can see what it is you want for the future. You can see the reason that there is meaning in a certain situation. When somebody else might just feel stung and discouraged. You see the glass half full. This one sees the glass half empty. And this is not an easy thing to have somebody switch. It just might be their nature. It just might be how they think, how they're wired. They might see it half empty first and then be able to see, okay, so how do we get more water? This is how it goes with this person. Okay, Two of Cups. This is July coming in. There is a rebalancing here, a perfect offering. You guys will be on the same page here in July. I'm not sure what this is about. It looks really, really good. This Two of Cups is a perfect partnering, perfect blending, perfect period of time that's coming in here. Here we've got the Nine of Cups coming in, and also we have here the Six. There's a little bit of nostalgia. This guy might be having an unbelievable reason to see something in the past better than what it was, and then comparing it to what's in the now, and that's presenting challenging. We've got the Six of Cups and Nine. The Six is the card of nostalgia, of friendship. He's liking this. This is trading your rock for the favorite candy bar. This is a good trade. This is good friendship. Go into the friendship energy rather than the demanding other partner energy, and you're going to do better. Nine of Cups, what you wish for. This is be careful how you focus. Be careful what you wish for. His card to your card. Okay, great. Going forward. Now, this is what got me excited, because here's September, and here we have March coming up, and this is a big damn deal. Queen of Swords suffers no more fools. She cuts the shit. She gets right to what she needs to do. Boom, boom, boom. Queen of Swords is wielding the sword of truth, of justice, of what is fair, right? And doing it in this way where her knowledge is carrying her forward. This is huge, huge, huge. But this knowledge isn't just for you. It's for him. It's his cards, right? His knowledge about something lined up so good. How do you put this? Sometimes men can be thick as a brick, and there's no nicer way to put it. Sometimes they are just a little bit, okay? Sometimes they are. This one seems like he's a little bit wired that way, and it feels like you probably knew him in a past life, and he still hasn't figured it out yet. He's not going to figure it out till probably damn near January. You're going to figure out that there was reason for this lesson, there's reason for this person, there's reason this connection is here, and you're going to know all along. Particularly in November, you're going to have like something is changing in here, the energy is changing, whatever the cycle is, whatever the karmic cycle going up and down, what you put out comes back to you, that kind of thing, and the karmic cycles and seasons. Changes for you in November, for him in December. And then you've got the Four of Wands here in his cards, Four of Wands here in March. He's not... thick as a brick is what I can say. The man is not stupid, but men are just sometimes not emotionally as in tune. Now that is a broad, overly speculative and sexist statement. I am highly aware. But in your specific case with this specific person, it does seem a little bit more accurate than often others have the experience. All right, up here. Show me the money. I'll back your play. The King of Pentacles is here and the Emperor is here. Don't put his balls in your purse, but you're the one that's going to be taking the lead more often than he is. And we've seen it all through here. We're seeing it through here. You set up the rules and the structure of what you want. If he can catch up, he will. And don't expect that he's going to always be on the same page as you or even see it from your point of view. You're not here to remake somebody. You're not here to have them be in the same stage of spiritual development that you are. It's just not going to be that way. That's not how it's looking in here at all. So allow the joy to be there in the relationship, the fun, the friendship, the energy of delighting by being around each other. By being around each other. Sharing and enjoying the moments that you have together. This is huge for you. Set it up for success. Set it up for over time there can be growth. Not over time he's going to change. Not over time he's going to do it exactly like you. Phil could say, I set it up over time that Angie is going to love Metallica just as much as I do. Not in this lifetime, fucker. No way. Not happening. I speak to the ears, Metallica, for me. Now, some songs I will tolerate and listen to because he enjoys them. But my heart is not drawn to Metallica like his is. That's okay. I can still enjoy the hell out of him, and I'll wear his band shirts all day long because I love him. So that's just fine. It's that kind of thing. Knight of Coins coming in. Now, this is September. We've got October here. Going forward, progress is slow. This one is the one that's prepared. He's prepared 3 canteens to cross the desert prepared. He's ready to go, but he's the slowest. But he has the workhorse, and he's the man on the mission, and he is the one that will go in and be on the Queen's mandate. He'll be the Queen's emissary. He will be the mercenary. He will go where there is value. If he sees that there's value in the relationship, this person will go for it. You see that there's value, you will go for it. You'll just see the value sooner than the other person. Don't expect them to be on the same page as you all the time. Just won't play out that way. There's just no way in hell. Anything that you need to know about him when you're like feeling you're going so slow on the workforce, what's he going to be doing? Just out of curiosity. Oh, God. He's still getting over some heartaches and all of that shit from his own past again. This guy comes with some baggage. You can't correct it, and don't be don't be thinking that you can heal whatever is broken in him. That's his damn job. If he's got heartaches and stuff like that, if he's the one that you're choosing to be with, and it looks very much like you are, there's purpose. But the sense of things that broke his heart, the things that he has heartbreaks about, he's not necessarily going to fix it. He's just going to be going slowly, more slowly than you. That's just all there is to it. November for Wheel of Fortune for you. You're ready for things to shift. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready. He's not ready till December. December, 10 of Cups. Happy ever after, +1. Your wish card, +1. Happy on the domestic front, on the emotional front, on the household front. Very, very happy. He's finally like, ding, his timer has finally changed a little bit. He's finally figured out what it is that it's been thick as a brick about on a lot of levels. Not every level, not everything, but some of it, it's like a light bulb moment. Star card in January for you. This is hopes and dreams, second chances. This is healing times. This is what's going on for you. There might be something in these cards where he's been a real ass and had his head up his ass for a while and not figured it out for a while. I don't know why you choose who you choose. You're the one that's choosing this dude. What else do we have about this star card? Where is he when she's in star card mode? There is a victory for him. This guy needs recognition, and when you do this, he feels victorious. So I don't know how to say this any louder for the whole damn universe, but people like to hear the word thank you. They like to be appreciated. It doesn't mean you have to flatter his ego. But if somebody does something that's a kindness for you, say thank you. He needs to know that you can recognize how he can contribute, what he does to contribute, and it serves you well. And it can't be a phony, fake thing. It needs to be a genuine thank you. And if you're showing appreciation for what's being done, it doesn't turn you into the doormat either. It doesn't switch the dynamic like that, because it's sincere and it's real. If it's, I appreciate that you did blah, blah, blah for me because it helped make my day a little easier, that's enough. This is where he's going to be, and he's going to be feeling like he's been recognized at this point. Also recognized, seen in this Four of Wands energy kind of way. Seen. He might have more of a feeling, but maybe not a seeing, but he will feel like he knows your situation better. He knows himself a little better. He will feel seen. He will feel more like he's got the victory. Two of Swords in February. Now this is tricky. It's like one thing is as good as another. What are we going to do? We're at the crossroads. Pee or get off the pot. This is where you're at with him. What is he doing? He's getting the oh fuckaroo card. This is the thing where like somebody loses a job. Somebody gets like some kind of their house burns down. All shit goes sideways. The plot twist comes in. And this is where I love the Tower. Because after the tornado takes the house and slams it around Kansas 2 or 3 times, finally he's like, oh God, I'm glad I'm still alive. I'm glad I survived this. You kick the rubble out of the way and you build something new. He's going to learn how to build differently. Finally. Like the epiphany, the breakthrough of the mind is going to come through for February for him. You're going to be like, I told you in the beginning of this, and I will tell you till, if this is not something that's going to change, you're pacing at arriving at, I wouldn't say brilliance or conclusions, but your knowings will hit you way sooner than they will hit him. So this is the pacing in this relationship. Up to you how you want to do. I'm not here to tell you about your agency. This is what you asked about. I'm not here to choose and play matchmaker for you, and this one's perfect. No. And I'm not here to tell you settle for somebody being an asshole. But what I'm telling you is based on you and him, and in these cards, this is what I'm seeing going down. Nothing overrides your highest intuition. Nothing overrides his highest intuition. Not even emotions that you feel for each other. So bear that in mind. Okay, March. Four of Wands comes in for you. Perfect synchronicity and timing. Came in for him in September. And what this looks like to each of you might be entirely a different kind of party. This might be go to the wedding, graduation, celebration. Super exciting for you. Ready to take the next step. And his next step isn't going to be down the wedding aisle. Yours might be. So be very aware. It's different. Sword of Truth comes in the Sun. More illumination, more education, more knowing, more understanding, more abundance. Happiest damn card in the deck comes in March for him. April, May. April, Knight of Cups. Dun, dun, dun. You've learned to quest the grail for yourself. You're not putting everything about your sense of value, your sense of purpose, your sense of life wrapped up around somebody else's quest. You're questing for your own happiness. And yeah, you have high ideals and high dreams and high things in your mind, and some of it might be pie in the sky thinking, but you're learning how to travel in a more grounded way. You're learning to do things on your own in a more independent way. And you're not waiting for him to figure it out. You'll still be pursuing some of your own goals, your ambitions, your own dreams, your own sense of happiness and validation will be an internal job. May, June. April, May, June. I want to return here. Ace of Cups. This is a big love, new offer, new start, new offering in love. I want to come back to here just for a minute for him, just to see what's going on in May, and then we'll cross it again in June for each of you. May for him. He needs to learn how to cover his priorities. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief. He needs to learn how to cover his ass. You might be a little bit of a high maintenance to him. Whether you're high maintenance for real or not, you might be. He needs to learn what's important and prioritize for him. That's what he's doing in May. So in June for him and June for you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. June for him. Very interesting. Look, where you were. It takes him a year to catch up. This is the 5 of coins, and you do Queen of Cups. This guy finally has the 4 of coins come in. Finally feels like he's got enough and he can hold on. But he still is a little bit of a miser in June. What do you know in June? He'll have enough, but he still might not be the most sharing, giving type of person. You're still waiting. What else? What else do we need to know in June? Sorry, that was his card, but I asked it about you. This is meant for you as the 3 of Wands. What else do we need to know? Overall, both of them overall. Next year. Ha! Probably worth the work. I think for you, it's going to be feeling a lot more uphill and work to you. So this is why you have to learn not to get validation about anything about who you believe yourself to be, who you are, this version of you being dependent on what he thinks, because he's not going to catch up with that. Sword of Truth coming in again. This is what was on yours. Lovers coming in here. Choosing which path you want to do with the Lovers. And the 8 of Coins. Yeah, it's going to be work, but mastery comes in finally for you. That's what I got. That's complete. I'm not doing that read that way again. That is just a crazy-ass read to do. That is big. That is big. So, yeah, that read, the Wheel of the Year, is for one person's year. For 2 people in love, if you want a love read, just get a love read. So, and I can tell you some of the same things that'll be going on, but it's set up a little bit differently. And for this, that was like 5 decks worth of shit. So, yeah. What I can tell you is you got a fucking good read and you got a hell of a deal. And that's okay, because that's what you asked and I didn't know better before. I know better now, goddammit. So, yeah.
Jeez, Edge.
I won't do it that way again. That was just a lot.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, well, it was. But hey, you asked, so hey.
And Tay said thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's going to be a really good year to see the things that we saw for synchronicity or the Wheel of Fortune, to see the clarity returning, to see all of this returning is really, really good. It's just, you are taking the lead in your own life and you're just a little bit further down the path. And it may well be worth the wait. Seeing those 4 of Wands over here and the 4 of Wands over here, it may well be worth the wait. It may be well worth the investment. So, yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Tess put lesson learned.
Yeah, I'd say.
And Kim said, as Chad would say, the desk is a mess.
I do tend to do that, guys. I know. I do
That
tend to do that.
was a great read, though.
That was great. It was, yeah.
Great read.
Yeah. Usually when I set it up for like a couple's read, I'll do your energy, his energy, and the energy between. And I love to have it said that way. I don't usually put it on a clock or a timer and put all the seasons in that way, although they kick in anyway. Like, what needs to come through will come through. I'm not going to ever get in the way of whatever needs to come through. No. So
and
gets messy.
I am recording the whole show, so I will timestamp it. So, yeah, Tayler, you can go back. I think yours started at the 39-minute mark.
Yeah.
And you guys can watch your reads if you get a read tonight.
But nobody's cards on anybody's table ever overrides what is your agency. It might confirm things that you already know. It might give you a heads up or a clue. But it doesn't ever make, this is how it's going to go and take away your sense of choice ever. No, we live on a planet of duality and of choice. So enjoy that.
Okay, we have Suzanne, then we have Sheilah, then we have Penny. Suzanne is a blind read.
Okay. Suzanne is a blind read. Oh, my. Why are we so excited about these? We've seen these before. This is the Witchling's Oracle, and Nell is really loving this deck right now. And Nell is one of my guides, if you haven't been in before. Very, very playful fairy sprite, but she loves this one. She loves the character Minx in the Little Witch book that this reminds me of, and I frequently reference. She loves that whole gig. She loves that whole vibe. I'm getting a visual of Nell, and she's usually by the water, by the stream. This is her dancing through the forest. This is be like what she would do if she were able to trick-or-treat as a kid in modern time through a forest. She would be trick-or-treating through almost every fairy tale you can imagine in this little witchy-woo outfit. She loves this deck. Why are we trick-or-treating now? It's time for you to go get the candies, is what she's telling me. It's time for you to go get the candies. It's time for you to go get the treats. Go start choosing more treats. Go start choosing more treats. Go get the candies. Okay, now I'm doing this reading. Okay, she's going to be busy for a bit. Let's see what we've got. I haven't even read the words yet. Okay, we've got confidence, dreams, relaxation, and will. Hang on. Trust your vision and trust your view of this. This one looks at things a little bit kind of cockeyed. She's looking at it like, man. She's like eyeing it out. Like, you know, when you look at something on the wall, like if you're hanging a quilt and you notice if it's level or not, that kind of thing. She looks at something kind of cockeyed. She's knowing where it's level, where it's not. She's knowing what she needs to keep a little bit more balanced in her dreams in order to move forward. And then she relaxes because she knows the adjustment that needs to be made. She knows which side needs to be brought up a little bit more in order to move forward. So she relaxes of this, offers the wish again, offers the gift again. Now this one, the relaxation's great, but the wish is coming through big, and it's coming through as an offering. It's not just of hoping that you get what you want. It's hoping you get to offer something up in a way that is big. If you talk about archetypes, like a friend of mine was talking with me about the different archetypes we have in life, and one of her strong archetypes from the time she was young has always been a helper. She knows how to help and solve and help and fix things. And she's always got this willing heart to do this. This is one of her gifts that she's offering. But you need to really be able to do this from the willing and cheerful heart, and that way it doesn't drain you as much. And when you have this and it's your wish to create this more happy atmosphere around, or the wish to be involved socially with other people, these kinds of things come through. This is like a little ray of sunshine coming through. And this wish card is going to bring you much joy. What else we got coming through? Because you're relaxing into it. It's knowing how much juice is in your battery. It's knowing how much energy is in your tank. Like if you've ever run out of gas in your car, you're never going to do that again. You will have had that lesson once, and that will be sufficient. You aren't going to push yourself too hard this summer. You aren't going to push yourself too hard this month. You aren't going to push yourself too hard this week, and you're not going to push yourself too hard today. You're just not. You're going to rein it in, take care of yourself good, and then offer what you can going forward. This is how you learn to give some of this wish to self while offering to others as often as you do. Intuition is kicking in. Whatever this is that you're drawn towards, that brings out this joyful heart, this big creativity, it's coming in. And yes, okay. Show her this. Show her the hat. Nell wants her to see the hat. It's like the hat in here is extra long and it's got kinks in it. And Nell is showing me her hat will get bigger and bigger because she's stuffing it full of the candy and more treats. Her mind will get bigger and bigger because there's more candy and more treats. Yes. Gets bigger and bigger, expands to her ability to grow, yes. Stuff more treats and get more treats for you. The more self-care that you do for you, the more treats you go after for yourself, the more delightful joy you get, the more this hat is expanding. The more your capacity to understand this and to create more of this for yourself. It's like a long stocking cap. It's a very unusual one, and it's this particular thing. When you listen to this about your intuition, it grows, it grows, it grows. There's something about motivation, and this is something that there's an avoidance and avoidance. This one does feel reversed. It feels like there's an avoidance to do something at the beginning of your day that you should be doing. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and run a marathon mile or exercise or whatever, but whatever it is, you need to not avoid it in the morning, and it needs to change. It needs to be a motivation that you actually take time to do, and this is doing for yourself early on in the day, which is just good practice anyway, but the avoidance of doing it doesn't solve. And the motivation is amplified. Okay. It's helping charge the battery. Nell likes that analogy, like think of the car battery and sparks. She likes the sparks coming off of that. It's like a little happy zap of spark. A happy zap of sparks. It's like you've got one of the jumper cables in car terms is black and one is red, right? You put the black one on, it's doing nothing. You put the red one on and there's a little bit of spark and excitement, a little bit more juice going through to the battery. You have to have both of these things going on, not just a good night's rest or all the things that you think you should do down the list. You have to have something that actually sparks joy within you to move forward. that makes you happy, that gets you in your happy space, that brings a little bit of sparkle to your eye, to your face. If you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself and you're exhausted. Well, wake up, sister. It's time to start the day. You got another day where you're breathing. And it's like, okay, so what do you want to do? If that means you have to put on the same damn Pharrell's Happy song 15 times before you can get your coffee and get going, then do it. Who's in charge of your mood besides you? No one. You. So this is not an easy thing. On some days, it's like, fuck the universe and everything in it. Nah. On those days, you have to work twice as hard. Maybe you need Pharrell's song 15 times, 16 times. I don't know. But you need to switch this motivational thing, and you need to switch how you start your day. There's something big in here for this. It's going to bring you back to this, where your wishes come a little more quickly for you because you're able to share more of yourself because you've taken care of just what your setting is for the day. It's like dialing your mood setting for the day is important. If you had a mood ring that said, listen, Betty bitch, knock it off, you'd probably like throw that thing or break it, but you would probably think twice before you're going to be Betty bitch, right? Okay, moving forward.
My doctor made me stop my gym time because my chemo treatments, and I always did it at 5 a.m.
Yeah, you know what you need to do that's going to be the good for you thing. If 5 a.m. and your chemo treatments and all of that isn't working so well, realign your life. Your body will try and tell you messages. Your brain is trying to tell you messages. What you need to do that creates joy for you, that's better for you, you're wearing your body full time. You're going to be better than anybody at the gym or the doctor because you've got the full-time indicator of your physicality and your brain working together. Don't be defeated. Don't feel like, it's never going to... You might have to experiment a little bit, but you know to set your day up right for yourself at the beginning of the day, whatever that is. It doesn't mean like, okay, some people need to wake up an hour earlier and that's good for them and they go. One of my sisters is actually a nut. She lives in Arizona. She gets out in the morning, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the morning, and goes like walking 3 miles or jogging, or she ran marathons. I'm like, no, thank you. So you'll know what's right for you to do. You do that. Then this last part. This says sanctuary. This is where you get peace. This is where you get happy. This is where you see things and it's like, I'm so glad that somebody invented that. I don't have to buy it, but I just love seeing it. When you see something in your home and you have that, I'm just glad that that's there. I just love looking at that lamp. I just love looking at that particular picture. Oh, I just love the way this all looks together. Create beauty and sanctuary around you so that you can just love that it's been invented by you, just for you, special for you. The delightful treats of the heart, whether it's like seeing your journal that you like that's a decorative junk journal or art media journal, or seeing something that you're working on that's a creative project, whether it's knitting, whether it's art, whether it's baking, whatever it is. The thing that gives you the joy to see, create, or do, or have in your home, be more aware and present with that. It's good for you to do, and it will help give you this sense of sanctuary and give peace to the place that is yours. Give peace to the place that is yours. Kate, now. She's showing me coming back from the woods. She's had her adventure. She's done her trick-or-treating. You get back to the rock and put all the candy on the rock. You see, this is great, this is great. Orange taffy is really good. Orange peanuts, really good. Butterscotch, okay. She's giving me these candy analogies. She's trying to tell you how to realign your chakras in this trick-or-treat metaphor. The orange creative juiciness and the solar spark of the butterscotch. Those kinds of things. Now, you might not like the circus peanuts. You might not like the orange taffy. But the things that create that kind of joy in those kind of chakras for you is going to be where the treats are. What you're creating and how you're individuating for your sense of self is going to get you joy. And get out of the woods and come back. She's back at her rock by the river, by the stream. This is one of her happiest places to be. For you, your happy place is wherever it is. If it's a favorite recliner, if it's a certain space in your bedroom or a certain spot that you do things. That's what this is. Coming back to hear this relaxation important for her. Okay. Anything else? No, kick a splash. Okay. No, do the thing that is fun to do. She likes to kick and splash in the stream and in the river. She says, no kick and splash. This means you need to do something playful and fun for yourself. That's complete. Yeah, she's good with that. Yeah. The witchlings, I've never seen her take to this deck quite like she did tonight, so that's quite the thing. But yeah, that's what I get. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Water for me. Holy cow. Yeah. That's when sometimes the guides come in, You just never know.
All right. She said, I understand so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are so, so welcome. Yeah, I never understand all that I'm telling you guys, but you guys almost, like, it's very rare that somebody says, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. which that means I'm out of the way and doing the job and letting the message come through. Good.
Okey-doke, Ange.
And you guys can see that I'm not shy about being a little bit of a weirdo. If I'm going to be a weirdo, I'm going to be a weirdo. It's all right. We're all weirdos.
You're all weirdos, Ange?
Even you, Buster. Even you. All right.
All right.
Who's next?
We have Sheilah.
Sheila, and what kind of read?
All right. It is a full read as we let the cavalry go by.
Yeah, we'll let the cavalry go by. Is there a question?
Yes, Ange. It is a full read.
Okay.
What is happening with my future? Penny, you're on deck.
Full read for Sheila. We're going to the Everyday Witch Tarot. I've got 3 of these. And this is really, this is the Modern Witch Tarot. I've got the Everyday Witch, and I've got 3 of those too. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. It's really a good one. It's one of the more modern arts. I was a little reluctant to get this one. I was like, I don't know. Because I have so many witchy ones. I just love them. Yeah, this is what it is. Full read. Give me her question one more time.
Of course I got rid of it.
I'm sorry. I need it because we're in the craft store of Joann's right now. And I don't know why we're there.
What is happening with my future?
You got to make sharper choices as you shot. You're seeking things out. I'm seeing somebody roaming Joann's, which if you know the craft stores, you can think of whatever craft store that it is. You're roaming Joann's. You're up in the color book section. You're trying to figure it out, but you're in the wrong section of the store. So you're looking for something that will be a solve, that will be a solution that you can create with, but it's like you're using the wrong thing. Like if you're a knitter, you need to be in the yarn section, not with the color books. If you're somebody who loves to color, you don't need to be in the yarn section. And this is what's going on with you. So what else are we seeing? Fool taking the leap of faith. Finding the synchronicity is the challenge for you. Now let's see what else is going on. Why is this coming in so hot? I believe it. Where is this? Wow. Okay. Here we've got the card that is everything is fine when it's so not fine. The card of denial. This is like something that's coming big. There is a relationship that is to do with love. I don't know if it's the main love relationship, but it is to do with love. Hang on. And we're seeing the lovers right here. And remember I said, why is it so strong? Because you're waiting for something, and you're consciously feeling out in the cold. You're consciously feeling shut out, left out, and in lack, like impoverished, not enough. The Star card is here wanting you to heal. This is where you are in the now. And it's like you want to be in the healing waters till you turn to a prune or till the waters themselves change, and they won't. There's something that you are in big denial about. Everything is fine. This is rock bottom. This is the worst it's going to get. This is the mini of the tower right here. The epiphany around you, your hopes and fears. Something that is unsatisfying that you need to leave behind you. Once you do leave what is unfulfilling, you can go towards what is fulfilling. This is the mini of the hermit. You're going to have to quest for yourself a little bit. And then in the future is this happiness. This will be a happy climb for the hermit is what I'm feeling. Here around you, the environment of the Queen of Wands. It's like you've learned a lesson about yourself, your value, your sense of worth. But now you're having to let go of somebody, and it's a challenge. And it may not be the romantic love relationship. It may be a relationship that has plenty of love or encumberment, entanglement in it. But you're learning this lesson of detachment really, really strong. You need to walk an aisle of mirrors. It's not so much a funhouse aisle of mirrors, but if you were in Joann's craft store, and here we've got the color books, here we've got the knitting aisle, you're having to go through this second area, and you would see something that is mosaic, mirrored shards of mirrors, mosaic tiles, or an aisle that has a lot of different kinds of mirrors on it. When you get there, like if you have a literal Joann's that you can walk, do it. If not, you need to grab a mirror and crack it on purpose too. It's almost like to see a different piece of yourself and help reclaim the shards and help put it back together. You need to break what you see reflected there now. That's very profound. What you're seeing reflected is not accurate. The star wants you to linger here until you can see yourself again more accurately. The detachment lesson is right here. That's what the King of Cups does. Compassionate, but he rides the up, down, up, down, up, down without getting all dramatic. And he's still able to offer compassion to those around him. This is the star. This is the lesson of compassion coming through. Compassion for who? The Queen of Wands. Who? You, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's like Queen of Wands is the most approachable of the queens. When she's in her not best self, it's my way is the highway, and she gets stubbornly dug into something, thinking that is the only way. She is the most approachable of the queens. People come to her. However, when she's stubbornly dug in on her own terms, she can't see anybody else's approach to help, you know, her in any way. She can't see the trees for the forest for the trees. All she's just seeing is just, what's going on with this? The compassion towards self, understanding and honoring self, self-value, self-worth, all in alignment right here. What does this have to do with this? Let's look for some clarification on here. Why are you in such denial? You do not want this change. You're like holding on as much as you can, just hoping that if you look back or if you glance back, there will be something that you've overlooked, something that you've missed, and you won't have to take this little journey on your own. But you have to take the journey on your own. You have to take the fool's journey and do this dark night of the soul lesson for yourself. It's important. Love will come around sooner than you think, but you can't get it in the space that you're at. It will be forever empty. The dynamic that is set there is not one that rewards you. The Lovers challenge what you've been steeped in the reverse, where you feel like you don't have choice anymore and you're perpetually waiting. It means you're orbiting somebody else way too much rather than orbiting the desires of your own hearts. Your own heart, singular. Your specific own heart, not theirs. Magician comes in when this happens. Wow. This is pretty big stuff. Now, I don't know if you can see this clearly, but we've got the Magician coming in on the Nine of Swords, the rude awakening, the epiphany, the oh no, the nightmare, the right under here. The nightmare is going out, breaking free, and on your own. You have the power, the magic, and all the skill set already to know how to do this. To detach from something that is perhaps an old, worn-out pattern or a little bit toxic. It doesn't feel as heavy as toxic as the devil, but it feels like a comfortable but not good for you kind of thing. To be able to detach from that is quite magic. To be able to stand in your own power and really become the approachable, sensual woman that has all the mojo and knows it, instead of just insisting and holding on to something that doesn't work. That everything is fine. Now, I tell you guys, I will never sugarcoat a shit sandwich. A shit sandwich is a shit sandwich, and it's tricky. But you, my friend, are good at sugarcoating a shit sandwich. You're good at calling something a little bit more Pollyanna than it needs to be. You're good at the rose-colored glasses, and it's time to knock it off. But everything is fine is not fine. And the glorious lesson here for you is when you recognize it's not fine and you recognize the boundary that has been crossed, you're better able to stand in your power, stand in your truth, and defend that boundary, defend that power. You don't sometimes know it until it's been crossed, and then it's like finally, enough. Enough. Stand in your own power. What else is coming through on this? This, when you make this choice, this is going to be big for you. This Ten of Cups is big. This is big, big, big. This is what you're going for. And often this is the near past, near future. It doesn't feel near in this particular case. Near, I would think, was in like within this month. It doesn't feel like the recent month. This feels like these are bigger lessons, bigger lessons. How do you get to this happy ever after when you feel like everything is fine, and it actually is fine instead of it's a lesson of denial? You have to see the sun coming up. And in this card, it's not demonstrated really well. Usually, typically, you see the sun in the background of this, and that's what you're looking for. The Queen of Wands follows the sunflower she follows the sun like the sunflower does. She follows her joy. It's what makes her approachable. You've been not doing this. You need to spend more time taking care of yourself, getting the rest that you need, getting the quiet and the stillness, and what's trying to come through and crack through in those moments of quiet are important. By yourself, quiet. So you can listen again to your greater intuition. Nine of Pentacles. Then you're sitting pretty in the garden. Then you have leisure and luxury and all the time and things set up more on your terms. What else? What else about the Seven of Wands? Why is that flipped? Why is that flipped? King of Wands. King of Wands is the one that everybody wants to follow. She's approachable, and King of Wands is a natural born leader. The problem about if some of us have had childhood trauma, or if some of us have learned the lessons of the empath and really learned how to finely tune our empath, we sometimes draw a little bit too much of those narcissistic type people towards us. And I don't say narcissistic type men or lovers. I say people. Because this is going to affect how you do relationships across the damn board, not just how you are with your lovers. You need to be able to take the lead by being in your joy more. Okay, this one I love. Honey, be careful in showing this card because I don't have Sharpie clothes on this one. This is the art lesson. Now, in this card, you see the person that's the model for the art lesson. You see the person that's learning the skills on how to draw what they're seeing right in front of them. And then you see the teacher. And of those three, in the teamwork, the unity, the collaboration, the teacher is right here and has been for a long time. You're no longer in the I'm just barely learning how to draw this mode at all. If you listen closely to your wise self, you will know already because you've been taught this before. You'll know already, and it will become more natural to you, more apparent to you. The light bulb will switch on, all right? The epiphany will drop. You will be in this lesson, and you'll be able to be inhabiting this Queen of Wands energy from a sunny perspective, from the bright and energized perspective, rather than the just stubborn dug into it has to be this way or I failed something. No. Having an experience fail doesn't make you a failure. This is like where you're learning, okay, you don't get to be a master artist without practicing and doodling and drawing and figuring out how you're seeing what's in front of you and what are you actually seeing. And it doesn't take just 10 seconds. It takes 10,000 hours of time. You've done enough time in this that you can see this now. You can recognize this lesson. It's time for you to allow the teacher and student to be present in the same being of yourself. That's complete. Yeah, that is gorgeous. That's what's happening. This 10 of Cups, I'm getting some kind of 3-month time window, and I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not saying love is crossing your path in 3 months. I'm saying the happy ever blissful thing is feeling much more deeply rooted in your life in 3 months than it is right now. It means summer, you've got work to do. You've got work, honey. So, okay, that's what I've got. But the Star card, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on what is your highest good. Don't give up on that at all. You deserve every bit of happiness, and you've kept yourself too long tethered and attached to something that doesn't serve your spirit. And your spirit's saying, enough. All right.
Wow.
Hopefully that makes sense. She probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Water for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Janelle's hair, she said, ooh, loving the hair.
Thank you. I just got it cut today. Woo-woo. And I got it, like, thinned because it was, like, wearing a sweater on my head all the time. That's why it's up in the ponytail. It just gets so hot all the time. So, yeah. That's why often it was that way. And it probably go up in the ponytail again because summer's hair is going to get hot.
And Sheila said, thanks. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And if that overwhelms you, just let it be. You're doing the best you can, and Spirit knows that, and they've got you. Trust this. And also ask for Guardian Angel Ted to help you. You're not going to be necessarily used to this. Guardian Angel Ted. You can call him Metatron, you can call him Michael, you can call it Haniel, you can call it Jophiel, you can call it whatever. But if you call Guardian Angel Ted, he'll know who needs to be there, and you'll have it in a way that it feels more communicatable to you, more approachable to you, and you'll be able to say, Ted, I need help on this today. And Ted will gather the ancestors or the spirit guides or the helpers around. And have Ted be the captain of your squad right now. Say, Ted, I just need help having a happy day. I just need help. Can you just drop some lyrics here or there? Or can you drop a phone call? I just need a little bit of help with this. And he will help. That's what I got.
Okay, Angie. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's next?
All right, next up we have Penny.
Okay, Penny, hi.
She paid, looks like for a specialty read, but she didn't really
go
with what kind. She just
I didn't see that message clear enough. Can you flash to me? I was reading part of her question, but I couldn't get... Whatever you picked up earlier, reading was amazing. I just want more. Okay, great. That is fantastic. I don't know what I picked up for you, so give me a minute and we'll see what we got. Penny, I think we're going to go into a crystal ball reading for you, and I don't know why, but that's what I think we're genuinely doing. Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Tess, you're on deck.
Okay, so this is the Tarot of the Sacred Realms. It's very much dark photographically, so I took the borders off, but I want it up through here. And then these are going to come in as, this is the Enchanted Forest. I've got 2 of these and 3 of these, but these are the ones that I'm called for penning right now. And the tarot is going to shift into oracle for me, and it starts happening when I do this with bones, when I do this with crystal ball or past lives. It happens all the time, so it won't be the strict, straight up tarot meanings. But what these are reading as, so you can tell right now, is the Devil, the Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Hanged Man. And what I'm getting is pyramids, Egypt, sands, vortexes and light, and Inca points. So these decks are not going to read anything. I have no idea where in the world that this is. Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, where is this? Huh. We got the Black Shook here too. We got the Black Shook twice. Okay, this is what we're getting. So far the cards are giving me a story of taking your stand against something that's an old way, a very, very strong, powerful structure standing up against this that has been costly to you. Like really your life could have been on the line and you're doing something a little bit differently about it. And you took the way up the tree so you could think. Now this is very, very much the way up the tree. Very well illustrated here. The Black Shook here, the Black Shook here. We're getting a little bit of Dark Horse and Underdog coming in here too. And what are we getting here? This is culture clash, clash of it's bigger than culture clash, just like they're from across town, or it's bigger than that. It feels very old world culture clash coming in. It feels like who brought the pagans to the barbecue type of energy in modern times. Like when people are Bible thumpers and people are pagans, they actually share some beliefs, whether people will recognize that or not. Many of them believe in loving each other. Many of them believe in a divine source, a God source. Many of them believe in doing good to their fellow man. Many of them believe in honoring nature. So there's this clash here. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. And we've got a little bit of an old God and new. We had a little bit of an old God and new a few days ago. Somebody had something about that kind of a reference coming up. There is something going on in the timeline where some of us are shifting out. And it doesn't mean we're abandoning our old beliefs, but it means we are adding to or seeing a more full spectrum of how these beliefs are more similar than what people think coming forward. Carrying something in a more balanced way. Okay. This is something down the path that we'll go. Just 1 second. Okay. I'm going into the ball now for you, okay? We're still getting something that feels like very much the Egyptian pyramids, the connection that is in a ley line or a structure where this cements something down in a ley line. This is an important thing, and there are ley lines around the planet that are important for this. The pyramid is one of the biggest structures that is universally known and often accepted as this. It's like something is elevating and taking this pyramid over, over somewhere else entirely. Like, we all know about Stonehenge as well. The pyramid and Stonehenge do the same thing. And there are different spaces that are sacred spaces that you walk, that you will find And it is very much, yeah, it's like seeing you walk, and then you walk this path, walk this circle. So think the pyramid structure in the middle of Stonehenge if you can, and think about seeing this kind of a thing in your daily realm. You won't see it actually there, because obviously Egyptian pyramids are not going to move there, but you will see where there is this energy type of vortex. Yes. I need to narrate to you. I can't explain it to you anymore. I just need to tell you what's going on. You're walking around this circle, It's something you do. This is a lap you take around what may be a lake where where the lake itself is on top of whatever would be the ley line. You're walking around this. It is as if there is a pyramid or a vortex, some kind of energy underneath this, walking around this lake, walking around this space. It's like you're lapping what would be doing the circle. Quit explain. She's lapping the circle. Go in. Who walks with you? These need to go now. These are done for now. As you lap the circle, you walk and there's just you and there's one other woman by your side. And I see you, time travels forward. I see you again. There's like 5. This is actually as if you are gathering a group around you, the group of your tribe, your people, your soul tribe, soul family.
I have been to Stonehenge.
Yeah, this is the cloaked women, just like Jesus had disciples. You had cloaked women around you. You had people that are around you. You walked. Yes. You walked around this. The people around you. This is important. This is how you teach. It's not just so much about what you do creatively in the now. It's how you allowed your creatively. You came through. You were creative before, but you were a teacher before more than you are now. Your role was stronger. The archetype of teacher comes through. Guide, teacher before, comes through now. Something about the scarves and the wrap, the way it's wrapped. It is as if you would walk this path, conversations would happen. You walk this path, more women join in the conversation, more fabric is woven together in these conversations as you walk this path. I don't know my lakes that are over in either aspect of those, but it is as if, yes, connecting tunnel down through. Okay, all right. Where was that card? Show her. This. It is as if you would lead those people down through a tunnel, and you could lead them from whatever path that you were in, whatever this lake that is around you. You could go under basically a tunnel or underneath the surface and the deeper meanings of things to the ancient and arcane mysteries that would have been in Egypt and in times before, that would be carried through, that would mirror and mesh and go with each other. There was no division, no separation going on there. You would need time, and you would go to this lake. What is this about? There's something in the shape of the lake. There is like, I don't know the word for it. It's like when you would, in modern times we call it camping out. It's like sleeping at the lake for a purpose. It's sleeping at the lake for a set purpose of time, for a set season. People go sleep at this lake. This is, maybe it's like a solstice kind of thing. I have no idea. You sleep at the lake. The animals come a little bit more apparently. There's a specific, like a tree by this lake that you guys all sleep. This is a safe, sheltering tree. Show her the tree. Didn't know there was a tree. There's the tree. There you go. It's a safe, sheltering tree. You all sleep in this. This is your spot. This is where you are. You and this group. It is as if you had the ability to comfort, to unfold, to teach, to share, and intertwine. And when people were in culture clash, you had the way to weave it together so they could see that they weren't actually in opposition to each other. This is something that you had. This is old and handed down and handed down. How do we have this gift move forward? It's the bright one wearing green with the. It's the bright one wearing green. It's the bright one wearing green. This is like the color of the leaf, not the color of the moss. It's a pale green. It's not like a neon green. It's a pale green. If you think in stones, it's not the jade stone. It's like a pale mint green quartz type of thing. There's something about that color, that stone. I don't know what that's called. I would think it's some kind of calcite. I don't know. It's what you wore. You wore it right here. This is something huge. This is something connecting. This is something that, this kind of connection with your heart. This kind of connection with nature. This kind of connection with the other women. This is, they knew. This is like, if you can get yourself whatever this green stone is and get it wire wrapped by Jen's Luke or whatever for you as a necklace, or wear it, it will serve you well. It will amplify what was the skills and ability of the teachers in this previous life, and it will also open the heart creatively. They will both be very, very strongly present. What else is going on? There's a sense of hidden things in ivy. Hidden things in ivy, or something that is like a hidden resting point, resting point, like a resting house. I don't know what those are called. There was a word. I wish my brain would hold bigger words. There's a word for that, where you can go take a respite, where you can go have this little hut anyone can come to. It's a resting spot. It's not far from the tree, but it's farther than a couple of days walk. It's farther beyond the lake. It's after that season comes. After the circling the lake season comes, then you go to this resting spot, and it's not quite like a modern hostel, no, but it is a sacred space that is near there that is, you would know, in the mound.
And she put my art studio.
Yeah, you go to your art studio, you go where you teach, and this time you would go to this house that was in the mound, house near the mound. You go in. If people were to walk by, they would not know it was there. It's like a very sacred women's space. I don't see a single man in this at all. Not like, I don't see a singular, not even one man right now about this. This is your call to teach other women, to help with the divine feminine. You helped then, you will help now. This is the way you do this. You've always been one that encourages, lifts, and helps the divine feminine. You've always been one that walks the circle. What else can we see? Why do we need to know about this mound? There needs to be an airing out. There needs to be an airing out. When you open this door that goes into this weirdo house that takes you into the mound, there's another way out. It's like almost going through this, not quite cave, but a little mound, a little hill. There's another exit. There's two entrances, entrance and exit. You always enter one way and you always go out the other way. I can see you navigating through. You could have meals in this place. This is like this hollowed out place. And there would always be room for airflow. There needs to be more air flowing through. There needs to be more flow flowing through. There needs to be more inspiration flowing through. The airflow is how you shift that energy. Your studio, whether it has 2 enters and exits or 2 windows or not, there needs to be something that's allowing more of the movement of the air, so there's not stagnancy. It's why you wouldn't stay at the lake at certain times, because it might feel a little stagnant, or skeeter season or whatever. In modern times, you know how lakes can get. It needs airflow.
It was my daughter's playhouse, then I took it over for painting.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why you need airflow, if it's going to smell like paint. What else do we see in here? Okay. The first one that you converse with, the first one that you shared with, she's very much like you. You are a little bit more alpha than she is. She doesn't wear the green. She wears a blue, juniper berry blue. I don't know if that's the right. It's not like a turquoise blue. It's like a pale blue. Again, she also wears she wears like a calcite type of This is how you know what your roles are. This is how you know what your roles is. Then it's how you know you might do the more creative heart, the creative heart. She might do more the expressive thing. This one would be very much more connected to birds, but you and she together, very, 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 very well woven. Yeah, this is somebody that is she here? She is here in this life now. This is somebody you've walked this path with her on many life walks with her you've done. But I ask, is she here with you now? And she turns this way and gave a nod. And from this is like you and her now. The other women, I don't know where they are. Why there's no men, I don't know. But you and her, she would be as close as a sister, if not a sister, in many of your lives. She could be a sister from another mister. She could be, I don't feel this connection as a daughter in your life now, but she could have been that in other lives. But this is, she teaches you too. You two together are a really great tag team of teachers. And there are seasons where you do this. So you do this connected co-creating, co-connection, co-teaching, working together, bringing it forward. We're coming around now. We're going back, reviewing where we've been. Back to the tree, back to the tree. There's a laughing, a good mirthful laughing. This has always been the way of the goddess. This is something you know. It's very Sophia infused energy. Very, very, anything else? No. It's like, this is where we want to close. Whether you call this the teachers or the artists or whatever, this blue energy, that it's like a pulsating blue, and this is coming through about the lake, and it wants to close off, but if you can go to a lake where there's woods, you can get in connection with this. Okay. One other thing that I'm getting something. There's this place in Yellowstone that has this lake with every color in it that's like dangerous if you fall and you die, that kind of thing. But this is how you would see water. This is how you would see color more enhanced. It would be like the lake would be the regular lake. You would see it with regular, like with radiant color, not regular color. Yeah, when you look at lakes, you're going to get radiant color. This is what's coming through. Your creativity and your soul gets nourished and fed over and over by this energy of lake, this water energy of lake. So that's what I'm getting through. And then it's, there will be mists. There will be times when it's closing, and this is what I'm getting. When I'm looking and that lake comes through, but it comes through almost like in a pulsating way, and then it will dissipate. It's almost as if you need sometimes creative breaks and time where this creative stuff can be set down for a minute so you can recoup and be like a little brain dead for a little while or something. I don't know what that rainbow lake is called, but I think they can see it from space. It's a real place in our now time in Yellowstone. You could see it. Honey, do you know what that lake is called?
Do not.
You can Google it. I'm telling you, it's real. It's not just here. It was given as a point of reference. But what's going on here makes me think Avalon. What makes me hear Isle of Priestesses. Makes me think of Druids. Makes me think of sacred groups of women. Sacred Sophia type energy. Matriarchal societies. That's the lake. Show her that. That's the exact thing. That prismatic type lake thing is how you connect with some of the ley lines, the Egyptian things. This is how you do it. When you're creating, you're seeing things in more radiant color than usual. I'm not suggesting you have to go to Yellowstone. I'm suggesting you need to remember that that's how there is a way to connect for you. That's exactly it. What is it called?
It is called the Grand Prismatic Spring.
The Grand Prismatic Spring. There you have it. That's what we got. Holy smokes. Yeah. Yeah, and this sister connection, this other traveler, this other woman with you, she's been many, many lifetimes with you. Many. So, and it feels very much like she is here in this lifetime with you now. Period, point blank. So you'll know better than I do, but that's what I got. Holy cow.
Oh, Ange.
Yeah. Yeah, holy cow.
All right, and earlier she had put, let's see, Lakes are very important in my life with my father.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And I connect through nature, my sister Patty.
Mm. Okay. Glad it makes sense. Glad it makes sense because I don't know. But it's like, all right. But yeah. And the way you pick up life after life of what you're doing, how you're moving through it, it's pretty amazing. It's quite something. Doesn't mean you always like your sisters, but sometimes you know your sisters that are there teaching with you all along the path, all along the way. You know this.
All right. And Steph, I am keeping track of said game.
Okay, all right. It's the TED game?
The TED?
I don't know. Your drinking game.
Freaking Stanley Cup, man.
All right, whatever.
What the hell?
Okay, fine.
Freaking Stanley.
I was on a different page. It's allowed. Okay. He's going, and I'm going, because you know the bird's got to fly.
All right. Kim's asking, do you know the schedule?
Probably Monday. I will be here, do you think, or are we going to be watching Furiosa finally?
Furioso or whatever is going to probably be too...
Do you know? Monday I would like to be here at 11, and if we can, we might just do a short show on Monday. And I'm thinking about possibly going on Tuesday night-ish is what I'm thinking. Wednesday for sure I'll be on at 11. Monday I'll be on at 11. It might just be a short show or just a chitty-chat, blah, blah, blah. So that's where we're going. Because this one's home on Monday. This time. This one.
I got 3
days.
This
guy's home on Monday.
Tomorrow's a PLE.
Tomorrow, they don't know PLE. It could be an acronym for anything.
Pay-per-view.
It's a paid live event in wrestling.
Wrestling pay-per-view.
So we're going to be watching wrestling and maybe eating some cookies and yeah. And I'll be like cursing the people out that I don't like, saying, "Oh, he's such a bastard." You know. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
To balance out.
We have 3 more to go.
Okay, great.
They're all blind reads.
Okay. Yay!
Starting out with Tess.
With Tess. Okay, Tess.
Alysia, you're on deck.
This is Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Tarot. And this is Deborah Blake's Everyday Enchantment Witch Oracle, something like that. Her art is really great. It took me way too long to buy either of these. And then, of course, I bought more of these. I only want 1 card from here. It feels like we're getting a very practical, witchy, spiritual lesson coming through for you. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about boundaries and defenses and holding your defense. Will you show her this? Let me see what else you need to know about this. There's a difference between defending and defensive, and it doesn't mean you always have to be defending. You just need to know where the boundary is clear at. Okay? It's like, how do you get rid of the defensive? Prosperity, abundance, knowing that you're sitting pretty. This is like 9 of coins all day long. Prosperity, abundance. Know what is going. It's more than count your blessings. It's more than gratitude journal. And gratitude journal is a perfectly great thing to have and do, even though sometimes I'm like, eh. It actually does help you realize how many things are good for you. But it's also about slowing down and not needing to defend and just sitting and being with the thing. Now here. Hibernate and regeneration, and this is beautiful. I would think that for you, sitting under the sky and the stars would be so good and so connecting for your soul. So when you've had a particularly rough one or feel like you've defended or just kind of a little bit rough for the day, yeah, it's time to have some tea outside under the stars. Yeah, it's time to just sit under there for 5 minutes on the porch and enjoy the vastness of the thing. This is very, very good for you. And you'll sleep better around this. But this is also asking me to look at how you are, what are the potted plants that need to be in your room or are in your room, and the stones that need to be around them. It's not like every place in our home needs to be having an altar, but in your bedroom you should have a plant that helps you rest, that helps you chill, and you should have a stone that helps you do that too. It doesn't matter if it's snake plant or lemon balm or whatever it is. Look again at this picture. This is what's kicking off of here. You need to have plants. If the plants in your room are not helping you relax because you're overwatering them and getting them too full of, you know, fungus gnats and shit. My friend and I were talking about this the other day, about when you're overwatering the plants and then you get the fungus gnats. You're not going to rest if your plants are doing that. You need like one plant near your nightstand or your bed space or wherever your corner is that you lay your head. And you need one stone that is specifically for that intention. That, I don't know why. That's important. It will help you get more centered. It will help you breathe because you have at least that to honor what you need to honor before you really reset, reconnect, regen, rest, reset, reconnect, regen. This is what you need to do. It's like before you can go into this space where you really unwind. If you want to regenerate what's going on, all physically, all spiritually, all the emotional, mental stuff, you need to have some kind of serious intention to do that. And you having a plant there and you having a rock there is you telling the universe that you're taking yourself serious and that you're going to honor this for yourself. Meditation for peace and serenity. You've just been defending too long. But look at this. This guy is not freaked out at all. He could do this all day long and probably hold his breath 1,000 times longer. And then here, gratitude and thanks, and we just talked about this. This is something that's practiced in the day, and this is something you need to zhuzh your lemonade. You need to, like, put the blueberries or raspberries or strawberries in your lemonade. You need to zhuzh where you can in the little ways to honor the moment. The moments that you have are too haggard, too much defend, and you're not honoring yourself and the magic in each moment. We're in your kitchen now. This is really about making your home more like your space where you can chill. This is where you do something that honors you, whether it's extra ice in your ice water, whatever it is. Whatever you're taking in needs to matter to you and honor you. You can't just be doing 50 million tasks and nothing for self and not relaxing. This is a mandate to relax or you're going to be burnt out. This is how you balance this out. You might not be able to slow your schedule a whole lot, but you can make little mini moments in 3 or 5 minutes of time. 3 or 5 minutes to have a little bit extra zhuzh in your lemonade. Or, $3 or $5 to put a plant you like and a rock you like in your room. You can take these micro moments to create more sweetness around you. To have things bring more peace to you. We have strength and resilience here and speak your mind here. Speaking your mind and standing your truth and holding your boundary isn't always well received by others because they like you to be convenient for them. And this feels like perhaps an argument or somebody, no matter how hard you're trying to find your boundaries, no matter how politely you might need to say, no, I need to do blah, blah, blah for me, they're going to push you on this. That's okay if they push you on this. You still have to hold the boundaries for you. You still have to do when you can, what you can, and do it in a way that's proportionally balanced for you. You need to speak and honor your own truth so they will get it. They may not hear it, and you still need to take care of yourself as priority. Then the strength and resilience that comes through. It's more than just I am the storm. It's more than that. It's summoning the ability to defend when you need to and to be fierce when you need to. Not always do we need to be fierce and feisty. Sometimes we get to be mellow. Sometimes we get to be miscongeniality, and I wish the world peace. But other times we need to be, we don't have to be either one of those full on. But if you're defend, your claws are out 24/7, you can't do anything that is going to be peaceful and allow you this reset. You need to get the reset for yourself in these little micro moments. And then here, remember how strong you are. Remember the resilience. Remember that you do have the control of the situation. To call in the storm, to call in the peace, to call in the level of chaos that you want around with you. If there is a needs must, and you just got to get through this hurdle in the soup, on certain times you're going to need to do this. At certain times you're going to have to be pedal down. On certain times you're going to have to hit the gas. But if you're doing that full on all the time, it's going to cost you. So you're going to need to be very discerning in the next couple of months how this goes for you. Will you show her this card, honey? This is where the strength and resilience comes in. The strength of knowing. It's like you are trying to herd the cats on the back of this card this year. Show her the back of the card too. It's like you're trying to herd them, but they're busy going in circles around you. And the cats may very well be your very, very loved family, some friends, some obligations that you've signed up for and want to honor. You're herding cats, and that's okay. Some of them you can be responsible for, but other times you have to slow these moments down for you.
Yes, they are out like a mad cat.
Yeah. Well, there might be more than one or two that are mad cats around you. But that's what I'm getting. And this is really what balances this. This really is how it goes for you. And this won't be always so frictious, but it might be at first that they're getting used to where you're putting a boundary down or where you're saying, nope, I need to renegotiate this. This is not going to serve me well. It's not going to serve the situation well. So that's going to be a little bit, perhaps an awkward conversation the first time, but when you're holding that boundary a little more firmly for self, then you're also calling in the RESPECT that needs to be there for your time, for your energy, for your soul. That's what I thought. That's complete.
Okay.
Yeah. And it never hurts to have some stripy socks. Stripy tights, stripy socks, they're always good. They make you happy to have, get them. Whatever your stripy socks are, the equivalent for that for you, get them. That's what I got. And that's beautiful. Holy cow. Yeah, that was a whole lot of bossy. So sorry. Whole lot of bossy, but that's what comes through. It's like you're not going to get the same bossy that somebody else is going to get. You're going to get what's coming through for you. If I can get clear enough to give you a metaphor or analogy or something that you'll understand, great. Then good. Mission complete.
Tess said, thank you. With everything going on, I needed this.
You are so, so welcome. So welcome, honey.
And
Good luck.
Alysia put, I sleep with amethyst and angelite on my nightstand. Love them both.
Yes, yes. So whatever is your stones that you sleep with, you don't have to always have the same one. And if you feel like rotating it out, if you feel like your dreams, you got lucid dreams that might be overactive and you need to be settled and more grounded, then you can do things that are a little bit different. And also, at the Divine Key, Michelle does different oils that are super, super good. One of them is a spirit guide oil. I went to my friend's house the other day and wore my 10,000 blessings, and I'm like, smell this. I'm bringing the blessings with me. So if there's oils that you want to use in the same thing, or in addition with, they're also quite good. And you can use those for that kind of thing too. So just saying, shout out to her. Love her stuff. The Got Lemons, oh my gosh. I love it.
And Cher is here. She said, you knitted me crocheted socks, and I still have them.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, you do have stripy socks. Excellent. Good to see you, Cher. I hope you are not working too hard. My goodness. That one is a busy one. Full on busy all the time.
She's always on a plane.
Yes.
She's on a plane more than she's on the ground.
Yes, and she's my sister from another mister. For real. So, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we have two more. Alysia, okay. Next up, blind read.
Alysia, blind read. There's something about music coming through for you in small sounds of music, really small, and I'm getting classical. I'm getting like Midnight Sonata, I think is what it's called. I don't know who that is. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting very, very classical type of music that is late night music that you need to put on. There's threads of the classical music that are even in, even in rock songs that we listen to now. But it feels like there's a certain kind of classical composer that puts things at ease, and just a little piece of that does a world of good for you. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. It's many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight mighty nice. It's like a tongue twister that you sing or that you teach in voice lessons. So that's what you get. And the moonlight is right here. And this is helping you get centered and get balanced and get gratitude at night. The moonlight is very, very powerful for you. You should have selenite near you. Earthly souls. You can skywrite. You can skywrite. It's not in this deck, but you can skywrite. Any of us can skywrite, yes, but you particularly have the gift, have the know-how to do it. I'm going to show you this.
And she said, my parents only listened to classical all my grown-up years.
Oh, well, no wonder. You probably know who does the Moonlight Sonata. I couldn't tell you if it was
Beethoven,
Chopin,
man.
Beethoven, whatever. Good for you. Okay. This, selenite stylus. This is about skywriting for you. This is where you can write the word love and just write it towards the sky under the moon. You can write a blessing towards somebody that is ill. You can write whatever. Put the intention in there and be like on the page, not thinking this is goofy ass shit, but realize that where you are connected and how you are connected, you can send things out on the quantum field. It's why we call each other when we're worried sometimes, because we're picking up on something, right? You can do this. Now, all of us can do this, but you in particular should be doing this. You should have selenite, and you should be doing skywriting practice at night whether it's gratitude, whether it's blessing, whether it's healing, whatever it is, you have this power. You've done this before. You've done this before.
Oh, damn. You mentioned the skywriting in another one of my reads.
Oh, well, for fuck's sake. That's not even in either of these decks. But this is what's coming through. This is what's coming through. And something, skywriting and by moonlight for you, potent. Potent. It's how you do your part to lift, to do your light work, to anchor the light in the grid. It's how you do part of this. So you don't have to make a big production of it and like, announcement, neighbors. I'm sending a light song or a light prayer out to my sister in New York. No. You just have to get on your patio and blah, 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 whatever it is you need to do about. And it's also a good way that you can heal and have catharsis coming through for you. It's a way of forgiving and letting go also if you want to do, dear blah, 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 that I'm so pissed off at. I let this go. I release this now. You can do this. Okay. What else is coming through for you? That's hilarious. All right. You are a clever, crafty, crazy like a fox, clever motherfucker. This is what we've got. Skilled. You know how to flip a thing, how to flip the energy of a thing without even doing a debate, but how to flip the energy of a thing by inquiring, by investigating, by putting yourself in a place that you would be unlikely to be. It doesn't mean in harm's way, but putting yourself in a place where perhaps people wouldn't ask questions. You're not stirring things up in a bad way, but you are asking questions. Maybe you have somebody that thinks differently than you. You can ask a question, and it's not even that it has to be a pointed question, but you can ask a question that will cause other people to think in a different way. It works magic in the grid. It works magic in the grid. It does some of the skywriting thing by posing the question. When you do the skywriting, do some questions. When you do conversations with people having opposing viewpoints, don't ask them, why do you think that? But you can ask them, have you ever thought this? Have you ever thought that? And they will be like stewing and brewing, and don't tell them anything else. It's not a big deal. It's posing the question in a very clever, crafty kind of way that helps drop the impetus or drop the initial point where they want to investigate or think about something differently. It creates a little bit of a hiccup in the system. It creates a new link to an old thought that helps them explore a little bit differently their own inner landscape. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, this is all about doing that. You should be writing some questions. I didn't know that before. I know that now. You should be writing some questions. And for the people that you know that are super uptight, you can put, have you considered, and whatever it is in the question in the skywriting, and just send it. Send it with love, and you'll just see. You will see. Then relax. Let it be. Let it go. And it may be that they don't ask you anything about it till, I don't know, Thanksgiving. But you will have done your thing. And when you feel the nudge to do it, do it. Do the magic, then relax. It is purposeful. Look at her again. There's something about, there's a thrice coming in. It's here, there's a thrice, here, there's a thrice. So if you're working on something that is resolving an issue or creating forgiveness or rebuilding a bridge between you and somebody where there's been a blowout, so to speak, or if you're doing healing work and it's something that they might be very, very close to, you don't have to tell them you're doing it, but thrice is coming through, and that's an old word. 3 times, everybody knows thrice. Nobody ever uses it. Tonight, thrice. Something about this wisdom that comes through, and this is coming through October. It's not going to take till November. But something's coming through, and there will be entirely different. You'll have a couple of relationships that this pertains to, but one specifically, there is healing repair to be done. It's purposeful, and the healing will have happened and started to mend. Very, very much Halloween, you will know the difference. And don't ever tell them that you've done this. This is not the type of person that would buy into this at all for even a half second. Just let it be. This is, this is something, you've got sacral energy, root energy. Root energy is the red energy, right? This is very, very much overcoming fear, and this is a cloak. This is something that's a power thing too, and a sacrifice too. This is something you're going to have to be intentional about doing. This says confidence, but I'm telling you, it's intentional. about doing. To manage your own power on someone else's behalf 3 times when maybe they're not the easiest person in the world to deal with. This is where the willing sacrifice comes in. This is where love is sprinkled out like feathers, and it is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. It's telling you how you do it. It's telling you how it spreads. It's like when you shake the bag of feathers and you don't know how far it will fly. Beautiful. Wisdom coming through by Christmas. This is very solitary, witchy, woo-woo practice for you. But wisdom comes through by Christmas. And this is where things change. The shading on this changes. The crimson becomes more pink. The crimson becomes more mellow. The becomes more relaxed. White light. When you do this kind of work, make sure you have, usually we see this as an orb or whatever. This is almost like a bell or a dome. Make sure you have your own bubble around you and you are centered and grounded and whatnot. And this is something that you will learn to do in your practice as well. So before you skywrite, make sure that you honor the gods, goddesses, deities, whatever it is that you want, the 4 directions, whatever it is you want. Do it in either a pearlescent bubble or in a bell if this is what helps you to understand this protectedness. Because this will be around you when you do this. And it very much is solo. It doesn't mean you have to go out in the middle of damn nowhere, get yourself kidnapped and on the news. No. It means you have to honor this in the way that is sacred, make it holy. Be aware of your situations, be aware of your surroundings, and then go offer this up and do this. It could be just your back patio, that you're just doing your thing. People are like, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. If your neighbors ever notice, whatever. You're just appreciating the stars. Whatever it is. They don't need to know all of this. This is very, very sacred personal work to you. And nurture. It really is how you hold in an anchor point, really, really, from a long ago time. This is like something you would do before. When I told you you did this before, but you wouldn't do it outdoors as much. You would do it inside. And if you know the classical music and you think of somebody being able to hit those pages and put the notes before they come in, the notes are heard in their head or seen in their mind before they're even inked on the page. This is how it was. You also should honor the writing that you would do, whether it's poetry, whether it's writing, whether it's just writing for your own soul. Honor the other kind of writing, not skywriting, but the literal pen-to-page, old-school writing. This is something you can also do in the evening. This is something you would have done before. I don't know if you're writing like fiction, novels, journals. It doesn't matter. Honor the writing, and honor how that flows through you. It's important to nurture that gift. It's perhaps something you've set aside for a while. It needs to be honored again. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Holy smokes. And I think this is the Earthly Souls. And I don't know. Folk blah blah blah. Oracle number 55. I don't know. But that's what I've got.
All right. Alysia put, I'm on a drive with a friend recording, but I can't wait. I'm recording it on YouTube.
Yeah, Phil's recording. So go over to my YouTube. Follow the YouTube and sign up there. Because I will eventually try a live on YouTube. And that would be a fun thing to do. And probably the first few times I go live on YouTube, it'll be chitty chat and who knows. It will be interesting fun. This show will be there.
Yeah, in this particular show, you're not going to see so much of Angie, but you will see the cards. The cards.
That's the angle that we're trying from. And you'll see angles where I'm not so good with camera. I wasn't born to be the cameraman. You can know that for sure. That's not in my cards this year. No.
Oh, Angie.
Hopefully I got a little bit better. But yeah, you'll know. You'll know.
Okay, last read. Thank you, Scarlett, for sticking around.
All right.
All right, Alysia put, thank you, Angie. Love you so much.
You're welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome.
All right, Scarlett is also a blind.
Scarlett is also blind. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Right. So we've got the Mystic Shaman here, and I'm not sure if this is just a shaman oracle of a sort or what. I'm not sure what the name of this one is. It's so funny you get in the oracles and you can't remember the right names. So, okay. For me. All right, what do we have going on for the Mystic Shaman here? Something about clay. clay on the face and a purification type of ceremony. Clay on the face, clay on the face. A purification ceremony. Very, very sacred time. The sweat lodge and the lightning. Okay. Taking time for you, where you make the sacred space. Now, not all of us are going to go to a sweat lodge. Some of us are just going to take time in our restroom, whatever, taking care of ourselves, doing what we need to do to have this time. But this feels like I have to go outside. A tightening up here. It feels like you are up against something that is traumatic that you want to release and speak out, that you need to be somewhere where you can wail and cry and have your moment. And this is somewhere where you can go out in nature, safe. Again, I will always say that. But this is something that you enter into this particular moment to really let this catharsis happen. There will be something that comes through, epiphany like lightning, storm like lightning, cleansing like lightning, and charged, equally powerfully charged. This is the clear-eyed guide coming through. When you make this connection, it feels like you will have a clear-eyed guide that is watching over you. I don't know if they will come through in this particular moment when you do this work. And it feels like exercise, exorcism, exercise, let go and release all of this. Those words are all right, yes. And this Earth Guardian is coming in, the clear-eyed Earth Guardian. Very, very, this one isn't this one isn't like Nell's personality at all. This isn't playful, gentle, la la la. No, this is wise, old, ancient. Show her this. Show her these eyes. And I couldn't tell you the gender on this guide if I tried. I looked at it and looked at it, and I couldn't tell you the gender. It's the clearness of those eyes. They're intense. They're strong. There's wisdom and there's power. It's like almost like she could, like you could look into these eyes and know the knowledge and have it drop bomb. Because there's clarity here, there's clarity here. Boom. It syncs up, lines up. Yeah, yeah. You will know. You will know. The Andean cross and honoring the four directions, honoring how you come into this progressive inner circle of sacredness for self. And the seer. You're going to learn to see differently after this experience. You'll hear differently and you will see differently. Those two clairs, you're getting actually the claircogs, the seer of what you might think you might see or what you're observing, you will filter differently. And these are coming in. This is how you process. You will hear differently. It's like you'll have a deeper understanding of language. You'll have a deeper understanding of sound. You'll hear more clearly. You know, you talk about clear seeing, clear knowing, all the clairs. You're going to have clarity. The clear eyes are going to be there. Also the clear knowing and clear hearing. This is what's going on. These are the clairs that are getting amplified after this experience. But you have to get this blockage released. Whether this is resentment, whether this is guilt, whether this is forgiveness, whether this is something that there's shame about, whatever this is that you've stuffed down emotion about, whatever this is that's been clogging this throat chakra, there needs to be a wailing, there needs to be a lamenting, there needs to be a clear crying and a clear calling for this to be released. Here you are. Beautifully so. I don't know how come you're so connected. Now, these come up, and I would say, because I live in Utah, I would say Native American Indian. However, there's Native peoples all around the world. So this is what is coming up in the connection here. It may or may not be that ancestrally for you. It could be further. It could be more native to a different culture and country. But this is coming through, and then the 7 drums are coming through.
She said, someone I need to forgive.
Yeah. The 7 drums are coming through. This person has done something that has been majorly disappointing and done it a couple of different times where it has impacted you. And look at these sunflowers. They aren't coming in as if they're going to grow a ton of seeds. There will be enough seeds of goodness for the lesson to come out of this, but there has been heartache and disappointment, and it's like almost like you have to pull that particular plant up by the roots. Take what seeds that you can, and there won't be a plethora, there will be a few. Take the lessons, take the goodness that is from the lesson that you can, and let the rest of that go. Take the goodness that you get from this The 7 drums, it could be something that went on for a long period of time, a 7-year cycle perhaps. I don't know. But it feels like take the goodness that you can from this and you need to let the rest of this go. Let the rest of it go. It will have served its purpose. And then Medicine Man comes in here now. There is healing coming in. This is coming in as this guide again. Whether it's Medicine Man, whether it's Medicine Woman, whether it's the shaman himself that you will see. It's something about how you have this connection. When we see antlers, there's knowing. There's clear knowing, clear knowing, clear knowing we've talked about. Clear vision, how you see again with the hawks, the eagles, this is coming in. You should take some kind of smoke with you, and I'm not talking go on a crazy, I'm talking take something that is sage that you can clear the area and offer some sort of sacredness, whatever the ritual is that you want to do, even if you don't know how to do it. Take what you want to take to make this particular sweat lodge experience for self very, very sacred. So you are allowed to let this go. So you are allowed to honor this for your way. So you are allowed to take what's been outside and kind of peripheral and go from there to there to there to this very centered, focused spot where you have this sacred moment where something comes full circle for you.
It was about a year.
Anything else? Yes. The blade to the curse. We talked about this already, but this is giving it more clearly for you so you will know. This is cutting out what doesn't serve. I talked about it here. Take the blade to the curse. Speak your truth. Speak what it is that needs to be spoken. Even if you're just crying it out to the great creator, this is what needs to happen. Take the blade to the curse and no longer allow that to be seen as the curse. It is something that left seeds of a lesson and a gift for you. And it has not been comfortable, but the gift is still there. Don't deny yourself the gift by viewing it as the curse, and giving it that kind of power any further. Take the blade to the curse, cut it out, pluck it out, uproot it. Take the seeds, the lessons, whatever gift it is, even if it's just the gift of knowing better, so you don't make that same error again. This is what's coming up. And this is strong. This is very, very strong medicine. Yeah. Anything else? There will be lightness in your heart after you do this. There will be lightness. There will be something that transmutes. When you have a cathartic cry in your head, it's just all snotty. You can't even breathe. After you've done that, it is your body, your cells, your system's way of releasing, so you're not carrying that heavy emotionalness in your cells any further. You will feel lighter. You will feel freer. You will have more clear vision, clear seeing altogether. And this is, ask for this guide to be in there. And this one I wouldn't call Guardian Angel Ted. You can call him whatever. But this one feels like that's not the nature of this one. So whatever this one is that comes through, again, show her this. This one will be able to show you the way. This one knows how to carve with lightning. This one knows how to carve with clarity. This one knows how to use those forces. When two forces come up against each other and create rumble. This one knows the value of the power that can be induced by that. That's clear. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Good luck on this. And don't doubt, just because maybe you weren't born into a family that has Native American lineage or whatever. Maybe you're pasty white like me, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can draw upon all of the ancestry of humanity and all of Earth's ancestry. Create your own ritual. Create your own sense of sacredness so the energy of the medicine man, the shaman, can enter in. So the energy of the mystic can be there. So clarity can be there for you. It is all of the Earth's inheritance. Just because it's portrayed in these cards doesn't mean that you're impinging on anything or doing it wrong, to just create your own sacred ceremony that is very individual to you. That's what I've got. It's beautiful. Go ahead and do that. Do it in a way that resonates with your heart in a big way. That's what I've got. And it will bring huge alignment for you. Huge. Yeah, that's big. That's big, big, big. And stay hydrated before you do this. Hydrate. Not that you have to pee all the time, but stay hydrated and have water for after. It will be important for you. Or maybe like something that's like electrolytes, like Gatorade or something, because you'll need that. It's not small potatoes. That's a big deal.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Good luck on that.
She had said thank you.
You're so welcome. It's going to be beautiful. You're really, really at the point where you are ready to release this. And it'll feel so good. So, yeah. That's beautiful. I think that's it.
That is it.
Okay, it's going to be on my channel. You guys know where to find me. So we will upload it. You'll probably see it there either late tonight or tomorrow.
I'll probably figure it out now.
I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, get it uploaded tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks, Kim. Thanks, Steph.
Hope to see you Monday at 11, and we'll do a short hi and see what we do. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Love you guys. We will see you. Have a great rest of the night, rest of the weekend.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.